secrets.
Wait. Come here. I've got something to say.
I got something to say.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Weekly Geek, a big one. If you want to know why that's so funny and what that's clips from, that's why you join Patreon, which we'll talk about later. But the Dolph Lundgren Punisher, my goodness, has come up multiple times now in the Punisher retrospective, and a good time. And it's apt, right? Because we are talking about Punisher tonight. It's going to be a good time. A loaded Weekly Geek, everybody. We're talking, finally, there has been multiple leaked trailers since last year. Isn't that crazy? The first trailer leaked last year, like in 2025, and they waited this long. We got yesterday, I'm not sure if you saw this on TikTok, they were releasing like 2-second clips of the trailer, not the full trailer.
Not a TikToker, so no.
Yeah, we post in there, but I'm not a TikToker or a reeler, but that's the thing where... big anticipation, but finally it is here. Spider-Man Brand New Day. That trailer is here. Another big trailer, which is staking its claim right in December 18th still. Dune 3 we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about Daredevil Season 2 Born Again predictions. And then we're going to reveal, Kirk, I'm going to get your opinion, but then I'm going to reveal the finals of the Best Actor March Madness bracket. We're down to semifinals right now. So the semifinals, I'll just tell you, it was Timothée Chalamet versus Cillian Murphy and Florence Pugh versus Leonardo DiCaprio. So...
Wow,
and I'll say the voting
heavy cast.
Yeah, I'll say the voting was very, very close. But yeah, some good stuff tonight. Some good Patreon questions. We're gonna get right into it. Like I said, there is many places to listen to Geek First, ad-free, exclusive episodes early. But we'll talk about that a little bit later because we've got lots to talk about. But yeah, that is the best place. Everything you need to know is down below. But let's get into it. Kirkland Patzer, how did you? Taylor's jealous he's on this Weekly Geek. He kept asking me about it. He kept asking, "Oh, when's Spider-Man drop? When's Spider-Man dropping?" And then he's been posting about it. You know, where's the ban option? Put user in timeout. There we go. No, we won't do that. Hope everything is all good over there, Mr. Field. Kirkland Patzer, obviously, he's a Spidey boy. Spider-Man Brand New Day. He's coming out in July, so it's not April, May, June. 4 months. 4 months away.
That's so much sooner than I feel like I really thought about. You know,
yeah.
Like I feel like I had that date like crossed my mind recently, but until you just said it now, it's really sinking in. I mean, we're almost in March is already halfway done now. Like, it's crazy.
March 18th.
Yeah,
so
flying. But no, it's exciting. I feel like usually when these types of big trailers drop, I don't actually watch them till I'm like after work or whatever. Like where I'm working right now, I get like zero service at all. So I'm like in the bomb shelter, and then I come out at like lunch to quickly check messages, pointing your finger at me. What's going on?
By the way, I'm Storm Norman Trask now, and the man I was just talking is.
I am the friendly Kirkland Patzer.
Yeah, because I saw it yesterday. I just got like 8-10 notifications from Kirkland, like giving me laugh emojis for a thing that was 3 days old. You know, he's not lying.
I catch up. I do catch up, but yeah, sometimes it's like I'm off grid or something. You know, get off the internet every once in a while. But so I saw like a stream of images, whether it was like Taylor or you posting it in our group chat, the stuff I've seen like across Discord. So like just getting little bits and pieces. It's like I'm Paul Atreides just drinking the blue stuff, and I'm seeing like fragments of the future. And
we had a question about that later.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
But to actually sit down and watch the trailer, I never actually watched the leaked trailer at all.
I didn't think so. Yeah, you're not a big leaker.
No, I try not to be. And
I leak everywhere.
You do leak everywhere.
Yeah.
Especially when Sony is crafting trailers, they like to leak their own shit. You know, that I feel like they shouldn't include in the trailers. But I'll get there. Overall, though, man, this was a really really hype trailer. It was fun to watch this. Like I watched this and then Dune. I was just fucking hipping and hurraying in my office here, getting all pumped up. It's going to be such an exciting year of cinema. I know it's already March, kind of has been already. There's been some good stuff released already, but still.
Has there been? What is the good stuff you've seen? Because I feel like Wuthering Heights, your man. You haven't seen Project Hail Mary because you and Dylan are afraid of space. So.
That's maybe I'm thinking of like the things I've seen in the last year. I'm just incorporating
it doesn't count
in this year.
Count.
Yeah, I guess you are right. I haven't really seen too much actually in 2026. Wuthering Heights, it was well made, but
any new streaming movies even, you know?
Am I thinking of?
You're I
saw the Housemaid.
Spider-Man.
I like that.
That was last year.
Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. Then I haven't seen anything this year.
That's what I'm saying. Gotta get on it. Project Hail Mary. I highly recommend it. Check out me and Taylor's non-spoilers review. It was
Do you recommend for the theaters? Like you should see.
I
this in
recommend it for
theaters?
extreme. You have to.
Okay.
I was trying, and I gotta get your opinion on something. We'll do it after Spider-Man because it will delay the cast a little bit. And I'm already in delay the cast right now. But me and Emily were deciding because the kids are skiing one last time this weekend. We're gonna do a date day on Sunday, and I said, well, should we go do just a date and some dinner, lunch, or something, or should we go do a movie? And I think she's kind of leaned towards movie. And then she's like, what are we gonna see? Because she thought the drama was out. I'm like, well, I want to see Project Hail Mary. She's like, oh, well, didn't you just see that? I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, but this is the part that's gonna unsell you. We got to see it on the extreme though if we're gonna see it. And then right away, I think she's already checked out because she didn't like going on the west side when we don't have to. But got to see on the extreme screen. It almost
What's
like
wrong with the west side, Emily? Come on.
it's just the bridge and the traffic and all that stuff. I disagree, but I'm also not the driver, so she hit me with the like, why don't you get a license? Which I hate. Because when we started dating, she said she loved to drive, but when it's just something very inconvenient she doesn't want to do, she'll hit me with that, and then it's like, well, I can't say anything, right? I don't have a license. I don't drive. My uncle didn't drive. I don't like to drive. I'm scared of two things in life, ladies and gentlemen: driving and snakes. That's literally it. I can take on anything else. Fuck snakes.
You're fine with sharks? You just.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I listen to Dane Cook. Fuck that shark up. Punch that shark in the eye. Not today, shark. But yeah, definitely see it on the extreme screen, which I imagine that's where I'll have to see Spider-Man for sure.
Hell yeah. Well, there you go. Shay is off Saturday, and we thought we had some things Saturday, but we are kind of planning some things to do that day. We might end off with some Project Hail Mary. You're thinking right now.
Yeah, I forgot. I'm filming with you guys on Sunday.
Not Saturday. Not Saturday.
No,
oh, you said Sunday.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm making date
well, there you go.
plans for
I'm glad I
Sunday.
reminded you.
All right. I'll have to talk to the lady about that one. I'll text you guys later. But yeah, I won't move to Saturday now. But yeah, so this trailer, what were the big highlights for you? We're going to bring up the trailer, of course, to break it down scene by
what we were
scene.
even talking about.
Yeah, scene by scene.
There about
Yeah,
Project
1
Hail
star
Mary.
review already. I don't need to hear about your dating life.
Well, get to the freaking.
I don't listen to the
trailer.
originals. New episode this week. But yeah, what were some of the highlights trailer before we bring it up there?
I feel like just like the vibe overall, honestly, like just really like the song choice. Really like just seeing Peter down and out. I kind of was expecting to see like him on the outskirts looking in on like Zendaya, or I guess MJ's and Ned's like life. Like that was just a very obvious thing that I was assuming was going to be a big part of this movie, even though like. Kind of didn't want that to happen, but like there was just so much like, oh, Zendaya's in this, and Ned's in this. It's like, okay, yeah, they're definitely going to be a big part of this movie.
This trailer was like, get used to it. Like this trailer was like, shut up about like to all of us, because I'm with you on that thing of like if they're in the movie, I'd be fine for a scene or two, but I really wanted a movie where. Like in the perfect world, it's like Spider-Man 5 when they come back, right? Like Spider-Man 4, you see them maybe a little bit, but the fact it's like he's living across the street from him, or maybe or
they're going to parties together.
They're going to parties together.
Yeah,
they're looking at Spider-Man. So it's like that's to me what this trailer felt like. Now I don't actually know. I feel like because I think Zendaya does have a smaller role. I think it's like comparable size of Homecoming. I think in the actual movie it will be smaller, and I think in the advertisement they're doing that because obviously like Ned and MJ are previous characters of the last trilogy, right? So of course for the GA and especially Zendaya, right? They just got married. Zendaya's always like
Dune.
And it's so funny. I was gonna say Zendaya's hot right now. I feel like Zendaya's been hot for like. I don't like 2-3 years now. Yeah, like she's not, but like really, like she's still just been peaking. She's been like a supernova still. Like I guess, luckily she hasn't picked like any really bad project or anything like that. But I feel like these things are just to show, hey, general audience, those people you love, like don't worry, they're in there. But it also, I think, was telling us geeks like, hey, if you don't like the idea of Peter not really, it just kind of distances himself from him, like buckle up, because I thought this could happen in the movie. The fact that they're always showing the trailers, I'm like. Oh, we're gonna get a lot of not a lot, but we're gonna get more than I wanted of him interacting. Not even just seeing them. I'm fine with the stalking. It's the literal interacting with them. We see 3 separate scenes of Zendaya Spider-Man, then Peter at a party, and then them talking to Peter. And again, this is not actually a knock against the trailer. I loved every single second of the trailer. I have to wait till the movie. It just reminds me a lot of Iron Man in the Homecoming trailers when we're all like, like I hope he's not in a lot, right? So I can't really judge it till we get there. But it's definitely more than I was hoping to see already in a trailer. So
yeah, and it's funny. I actually watched this trailer and then immediately watched the Far From Home trailer. A trailer that you and I
Not even No Way
reviewed
Home
together.
That trailer that showed everything.
Because I was very upset after watching that trailer back in the day. On that episode, I was venting. I was super pissed off that they showed the MJ knows about Spider-Man reveal, and like it's really not to the same extent. I might be completely overblown the whole situation here, but I was like equally as upset when I saw the two of them on the roof together in this scene. And I shit you not, Travis, it literally happens at the exact same time in both trailers. Like where she's on the bridge ending with Peter, and it's like, well, it's your Spider-Man. It's obvious. It happens at 2 minutes and 4 seconds in that trailer, and then this one, it happens at like 2 minutes and 2 seconds. Where
Sony, man.
Like, it's that was the first thing I thought of. And again, it's such a minor thing. It's not like they kiss or make up or anything. They don't even say anything in that scene. They're just like looking at each other. But I just like had a flashback to that moment, and I just got pissed off. I was like, "Fuck you, Sony! Why do you even have to throw that in there?" And S-Bubs in the comment mentions that like they might have just put all of her scenes in this trailer besides maybe one or two. And like
I agree.
I definitely believe that as well. Like I do agree with that. But still, I'm just upset that like they just feel like they have to cram all of that into this trailer. And like, what even is the story in this adventure? Like, I feel like it's not
the
revealed
first trailer,
really
right?
at all, right? It's just MJ. Like, I just gotta get MJ back. Like, I feel like that's
he doesn't say that in the
showing.
trailer. He never says that, right?
Just they're cramming Zendaya down our throats right now.
Again, I think if MJ was played, because like no offense to Jacob Babylon, like if it's just him, he doesn't need to be in the trailer. But with Zendaya, they gotta put Zendaya in the trailer, right? Especially because there is no other bit. Like, I guess there is, but we've argued this before, right? I always said, okay, so you had Downey, Sam Jackson, and Cumberbatch. I'd say those are like A tier type of characters and actors, right? Where Hulk and Punisher, I think for the mainstream aren't that, but two Bs make an A. But I think it's good they don't have that like smoking gun, even though it's like. It's still Spider-Man, and it's Tom Holland as Spider-Man. He's gotten more popular. Like, people like him more. People are very invested in him and Zendaya in like the dirt sheets, or no, fuck, that's wrestling, in tabloids and everything. That's what they call them in wrestling, is dirt. And the thing is, like, they've not done or said anything where it's like, I don't know, they're kind of an asshole. Like, I think people really like these two, right? It reminds me of
Bureaus to Canada, please.
Yeah, exactly, Tom. We're waiting. We will drink these on the 24-hour stream. You'll get 20. You'll at least get a day promotion out of us for free. We don't ask for anything in return. Just don't even send $1. Just retweet the stream or just give us the bureaus. But I think it's just because it is like a newer crop of villains and characters, and because he's been away for so long, I think they just want to rely on tried and truthful Peter, Spider-Man, the friends. But I guess the two stories are, because he didn't say he wants MJ back, but like obviously that's what he wants. But I think it's just like dealing with that issue still, and then it's also whatever's going on with his body. And I don't think that is the main story and main villain, because it doesn't even show that. But with him going to Banner and he's like having the web cocoon, and they don't show, but I don't know why they don't even show, like he's falling and he's like, and they like cut off to show like he doesn't have organic webbing. It's like fucking anyone can well, yeah, but like anyone can figure out that now he has like shoots webs from his wrists now. Like the way they cut it, it's like, just because you have it cut off, how else did it do? Like from his fucking eyes or something? I don't know, but which I thought about in Secret Wars. It's gonna suck for Andrew now. Like, he's gonna be the only Spider-Man that doesn't have organic webbing now, because Toby did, and now Tom has it. Do you know what I'm talking about? What scene I'm talking about? Maybe you don't, because you might have just watched it once. Okay, because now he's gonna shoot webs from his wrists now.
Yeah.
Instead of he has the machines.
Shazam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Andrew doesn't, though. So that sucks for him.
When we get our solo Andrew project with Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, right? That maybe they'll
no, I still like Dylan's pitch, the Henry Cavill Wolverine instead of the Curse duo. But bring up that trailer. We'll go scene by scene. But I think that's what they're trying to show is Peter's alone and depressed, and there's something happening to his body. I don't think it's a body horror movie. I don't think that's the main problem. Like, I'm sure there's going to be a bad guy he's going to have to fight, but wouldn't it be great if it was just like the substance, you know? A lot of people have brought up that obviously he turns into the human spider at different times. I don't think they'll go that far. I think he could have like a nightmare or see a shadow. I do agree with multiple people and someone in our Discord said that it's like Spider-Man is a pretty family-friendly thing, and like if you go too grotesque, what I could see, Kirkland, is them giving him like the human just double arms, because that's what happens to him before he turns the human spider. He gets another set of arms. I could see that because they could CGI, then that's not scary. But going the full, you've seen the human spider before, right? Where he's just like, it's like big tentacles and everything. Like,
not a fan of the
look and that's where I feel like, I don't know, you'd have to have like another really good protagonist to kind of stop that. Obviously, Punisher has stopped it before, so there's a lot of signs of why they could do that story. I don't think they're gonna do that though. I don't think the end of this movie is John Bernthal and the Hulk taking on the Human Spider. But maybe I'm wrong. So
I hope not. I don't really.
I'd be happy for John. Closing the $1 billion movie, the third cut. So I was bummed too. We'll talk about the leak trailer. You'll hear. Actually, I'll pause after. I'll tell you pause. But classic Spider-Man sitting upside down.
I can't believe
John.
our first hit at my team. MJ.
I don't love the
on,
look
pretend
of
like
some
you're
of this
not the
daytime
happiest you've ever
CGI
been
like
in your
right
entire
here.
life.
Pause right there.
Should have looked better.
Yeah, go back.
Should've
Go
looked
back to the
better
buildings.
on-
Yeah. So obviously, I'm not sure. Did you see in the Discord today when I was showing the street view that Flash was on and Punisher was on?
I did not see that.
Go in the GV Discord and just scroll up a little bit. I will say that this is definitely, I guess that's one thing we talk about just in general. I'm liking majority of the color grading. I think sometimes there's a little too dark and blue, but like majority of the color grading, I like. You'll see it. It's kind of like it maybe a couple hours ago. It's of Flash from No Way Home and then Frank in the road. So that's where this first shot of him on top of the building has a bit of that Flashism. It's not as bad to that level, but it is still like this dude's on the fucking top of the building, which is kind of annoying because it's just like, there's literally a project that I've written. I've been like, okay, we got to figure out how to get top billing. We could do it this way, this way. And it's like, they could literally, Marvel and Disney have the money just to shot. Like, this shot would be super easy. Just get Tom up there for a fucking hour. And you don't have to Tom Cruise him where he's like buckled up. Just like have him in the middle of the building. Like, get a couple shots like in
Liability,
physical,
man. Insurance.
I guess, but Tom Cruise is doing it. Like when there's something high from the climb or something dangerous, you know what he's doing.
Just having fun, man. Making movies, big adventure, having a great time.
He doesn't wait for permits. He just starts climbing.
No.
He's like, film me.
So I agree that this is not the greatest shot, but it's not at least that level of what Flash shot was in No Way Home. So I will say that overall,
I think it's close.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I think visually though, there's multiple things in this trailer that look a lot better than the previous trilogy. I think No Way Home was starting. I think No Way Home has some cool singular shots, like that one shot of Peter when he's bloodied and crying and he's in the rain and it's the big Jonah Jameson like telecast. Shit's peak. But then I think like regular stuff can look like really like iffy, but I think there's a lot of cool stuff in here, even though it has a lot of like the MCU CGI like glossy stuff of like there's no real person in this shot. There's a couple of them, which sucks because a couple of those are like the comic book cover tribute, so it's like really cool, but it looks a little off kilter.
I'm hoping they kind of polish that up, for the final project. And I'm sure, like when you see it on the big screen, like you're in that moment, I'm sure it maybe will look a little bit cleaner. But
yeah, I forgot about this to Espa's point. They had Florence Pugh jump off the building for Thunderbolts. Only used 2 seconds of that footage in the movie. Yeah, LOL.
Really did it.
I just, it's just so I get it, post and they rush these things, but it would just look a lot better. That's one thing, Kirk and I'd say. Project Hail Mary, some of the best visuals you're ever going to see in like this decade or last decade. It's a phenomenal looking movie. So I never had that once in that movie where it's like, everything. And there's a lot of space and crazy stuff going on. Everything looks like real or like palatable. Yeah. So yeah.
I like it.
Anyways, loving the suit though. Looks great.
Oh man.
Say
when
that
he
multiple
jumps off the
times.
building and that blue. It looks so good. Especially just like the ripple of like the air on him.
Oh yeah.
So ready for this suit.
You can hit play because I'll talk over. Have you seen the meme of people saying like, "This is what it's like to let go of a 10 out of 10 baddie," and it's him like watching photos. Yeah, and jumps. Yeah, and I'm like, you know what? Especially in high school years, that's so true.
Oh yeah. So like this age.
Shout out to my grade 8 crush who I lost big time. So pause right there.
The one that goes away.
So that
It's gotta look so much
music,
darker.
no, I wouldn't put it in that category. It was just one that I kind of fumbled the bag on, So
I wasn't talking about you.
Okay, you did, yeah, the one that got away. Or are you talking about Tom?
Everything.
Okay.
Everything.
So
How dark his hair is though.
I like it. I dig it. The first few beats of that note, it sound like they're using the song from the leak trailer, "New York, I Love You, But You Bring Me Down." I wish they fucking used that because that song just fits so perfect to this trailer. I'm hoping it's another trailer or in the movie, or they just got cheap and they won't pay the license. But I think that song legitimately could have made that like a top 10. You didn't like the song, eh?
I didn't like the song. No, it was I don't know, too much. New York, I love you, whatever the hell he says.
But you're bringing me down. There's a line like your mayor has become like a millionaire king, like not pin, but he says something like that. Like it's so. Oh man,
I like this song choice a lot more.
You know what? After this, someone made a fan edit of that with this trailer. I'm gonna bring that up too. We're gonna watch it after. I'm gonna see if I can convince you because you were watching on the trailer, the leaked shaky cam though trailer. You know.
Yeah, that was a bad angle. Also, I couldn't really discern everything that was going on.
I know.
My name is Peter Parker.
That's the left shooter say.
You don't remember me, but
Ed looking like a
we used to know
drug
each other.
dealer or something.
He's looking like what? Sorry.
A drug dealer.
He's looking like a drug dealer. People have been saying he looks like Bully Maguire.
I've seen that. I don't agree.
Yeah.
Like,
I agree a
I feel
bit
like
with
he's
the
a burner
hair.
phone on him. I feel like he's got a dime bag of coke or something. He's doing a deal here.
I just wish, unless he was cool, I wish they just didn't make him wear the wig anymore. You know, like he's bald in real life. Just let Ned be bald.
Just let him be bald, man.
Like the young people are bald. Like I think that's what they're trying to be like. But it's like young people are bald all the time. They're balding at certain ages. Like he can just be bald. He doesn't have to wear this
Can't
fucking
allow
toupee. But you know, whatever.
Maybe it's part of the character now. It'll be like a big reveal moment.
Maybe like oh fuck, what movie is that? And I guess they're probably multiple movies. So do you also
You
this
don't
is
remember me.
this is I didn't know hit play, so I just heard you don't remember me because it glitched for me. This is clearly the diner she worked at in No Way Home, right?
I would say so. Yes.
So is this so? I don't know, to give this guy the benefit of the doubt or not. I don't know. Is this that something happens in their life and he's going there to check on them, or is this fucking guy punishing himself and going there like every time he needs a fucking donut or coffee, he's going there?
The latter. That one.
Fuck, man, psychopath. Not saying that we haven't been there, but it's just like that's bad mental health mentality, Peter.
Yeah.
Just like to put yourself through that constantly.
And I can't even like give him the benefit of the doubt. It's like, oh, it's probably not that long from the last movie. Like Ned here looks so different compared to what we seen him last.
They
like,
confirmed it's I think
definitely
4
been-
years.
Yeah. So fuck. I mean,
4 years he's going to this fucking diner.
I'm hoping there's an incident that like, okay, I got to check on them because my boy, just move on at this point.
Yeah, go fuck
He's
Black
a good
Cat or
looking guy
something.
too. Peter Parker, Tom Holland. You know.
Oh yeah, especially when we get
a
to
lot of
later on this
tail in
trailer.
town.
He's fucking
Yeah.
jacked. Yeah, but again, my point of Spider-Man, he can't go get tail like in a relationship because it's the same thing. Someone might get hurt, right? That's what Black Cat's for. She's just down to
Looking
like
knock boots and
Yeah.
and, you know,
Fling it
people
and sling it.
Recreational intercourse. It's a thing.
not
For
Spider-Man.
both sides.
Yeah.
Me, but we used to know each other.
Look at that bruise on his thigh. That was like the first thing I noticed in this.
It's from Black Cat. Peter. Really like though him washing the suit, and for some reason when it closes, like zooms up on the suit, it looks fucking good. I don't know why in the water. Again, it's just because like how good the suit looks practical. But when they zoom up, I'm like, yeah, that's a fucking Spider-Man outfit right there. You know,
This fucking like crack pot here. This is probably Ned's
Oh,
apartment
yeah.
where he cooks up his dope.
that's actually why he's at that diner. He's not there to see them. He's just getting smacked from Ned.
Something bad was going to happen.
That
and
right,
the
look
only
at
way
that.
to stop
It does
it.
look good, yeah.
So pause right there. We won't stick on it too long. That's a Daredevil spoiler. Keep going.
was to make everyone forget.
Actually, pause there before I go because me and Brent were talking about this in the GA chat, and he was like, "I'm just really hoping it doesn't spoil anything of Daredevil." I'm like, "Nah, that's not gonna be a thing whatsoever." Do you want me to say what it is?
Yes, please.
Okay, so everyone, if you don't want any spoilers for Daredevil season 2, it's not a massive spoiler, but skip ahead, I'd say about a minute. Who gives the key to the city, Kirkland?
Like, who is this chick?
She's from Daredevil season 1. You'll remember when we get to season
it's
2.
not a lawyer. It's not the lawyer friend, is it?
No, it's like she's on Fisk's team, but who gives the key to the city, Kirkland, to people?
Usually the mayor, I would assume.
The mayor. So, and who's the
Fisk is no
mayor?
longer the mayor.
Fisk is no
I
longer
see
the
it.
mayor. And this is the woman
I
that
caught up with the rest of the class.
Yeah, in Daredevil season 1, she's the one that was like, remember the cop that got his head caved in? Was like, come on, turn with me, like work with me. But she doesn't go with him. Like she wants
Right.
to, but she kind of turns her back on him. So this shows that she's gonna become mayor, and Fisk is done.
Well,
and they did though. They specifically said the showrunners while they're promoting Daredevil, they said, oh yeah, Spider-Man takes place after Daredevil. So I think it's when we get to our predictions, I think it's not looking good for Wilson Fisk now. You know.
She could just be in the position for him, you know, while he's taking care of business.
Sure.
Who knows?
Sure.
There could
We'll
be
see.
explanations, but
Because I guess it didn't say mayor, but I'm gonna
it's an
say
interesting choice to show this in this trailer. Like, if that is actually a spoiler, like, this is so
Yeah.
unnecessary. Why do we have
Yeah.
to see him getting the key to the city in this specific trailer?
Well, because you know what? I hate to say it. to everybody. Walk with me. Sure. And someone's going to counteract with me, right? They're going to be like, Travis, John Berthold's in this trailer. He was in Daredevil. He's a Punisher. Penn Station, he's in this movie. Those TV shows now on Disney Plus, I don't think they're really going to have any bearing whatsoever. Because why, if Fisk is destroying
the Netflix ones, or just all Disney shows?
Disney, not all, but I think like these street level ones, and maybe even going forward Disney Plus ones, because I think they've found out, which we all kind of admit, that not many people watch both, right? The hardcores do, but the GA kind of gave up after the first year. Like they watched WandaVision, they watched Loki, they watched Falcon Winter Soldier, and then guess what? COVID ended, and everyone got a fucking life, And honestly, too, though, the other shows that followed weren't as good, right? So I think a lot of people checked out, but I think that's the problem. Where now with Daredevil, when it's like, oh, but how are they going to explain this and this, and where's Spider-Man? They're not going to give a shit. They might have a throwaway line, but I think those shows are going to operate a lot like Netflix used to be, where now they're like, yeah, we're at the table. So maybe you can do things where it's like, yeah, John Berthold actually gets to be in a movie, but there's never going to be like a storyline from a show again, like a big storyline that sets up that. Again, there's too many people that got fucked up for Multiverse of Madness. How many people, if you didn't watch WandaVision and you watch that movie, you're like, she's got kids? Like, what the fuck happened? That's the thing. Like, I don't think anything big will ever happen in those shows ever again. That's like so right now, Mayor Fisk has New York under, like, he has ICE fucking running around right now in there, right? Where's Spider-Man? Why is Spider-Man not helping Matt Murdock? He's just going like slapping cheeks with Black Cat while this is all happening?
Yeah.
What's going on?
He's getting bruises, man.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Peter, you want to help us? I'm a little bit. What's he's doing? Who's doing?
Understandable. He's got to make up for the void of MJ in his life.
Yeah. Could you imagine that?
To make everyone forget.
You could pause one more time. A little rant here. Could you just imagine if she gets her memory back and she's like, yeah, I was dating this guy, but like I never slept with him. I just knew I didn't know you were around, but I just couldn't be with anyone else. And then it's just revealed he's just been like banging Felicia Hardy and like Gwen Stacy for like just the whole time. Like, yeah, we're not dating. We're just like, and like Gwen has a baby bump, all this. So yeah, no, there's nothing. Like I've been waiting for you, but do you know something about her hair in this trailer?
Looks very dark. Doesn't look red at all.
There is tinges of red in it if you look. Okay. Certain shots you see red, so it looks like there's kind of like a red, I don't know, kind of some touch-ups or a line. I don't know what women would call. What would that call? Like just maybe the fringes. Yeah, highlights. Yeah, sure.
Something like that.
But yeah, there's definitely some red in this trailer. So it's not full red, but I'll take it.
Yeah. Why are these guys just cuddling on the couch like this? What's going on here?
Well, she's a boyfriend, so yeah, I think they live together.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
About me.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see the red. I believe you.
It's gonna happen again. It'll come up again. I thought you weren't buying the MJ Ned thing just sitting there, because Taylor, he's not on this cast, but he got fooled by an AI image today. He saw someone.
Happens to the best of us. Okay, Taylor, we've all been there. So
it's never happened to me on air, so I'll pull it up here. Taylor, someone replaced the boyfriend with Ned, and he's like, I didn't even notice that.
It's not even a good edit.
No, it's not even a good. Like, look at Ned. That ain't Ned. That ain't fucking Ned right there.
His arm is also like ginormous in that image. Like his forearm is bigger than his bicep. It's crazy.
But no, I don't think they're knocking boots. They're just friends. Because again, remember,
I don't think so either.
They're still just friends. They just don't remember Peter Parker. They didn't get mind wiped. They're still friends. So again, and we'll talk about this straight. Ned and MJ.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I'll point out later on this trailer, they have a wall on one of their rooms here. They have a wall of all Spider-Man stuff, like trying to find out who he is. No, trying to find out who he is, I think. Because remember, they've still had all these interactions with Spider-Man. They've just forgotten Peter Parker. Because you know why? The spell thing, they didn't think it through. It's fucking dumb.
Yeah.
It's dumb, in my opinion.
They dug themselves a grave with that.
It's so flawed when you break it down and you're like, well, how does this work? And like, what about all the yearbook? Like, when they see this guy, and like, what about like same thing? Like, okay, doesn't Happy Hogan remember she had a niece, or he had a nephew, or Aunt May had a nephew? You know, like it just But magic, right? Movie magic, it's fine.
Yeah, they don't want us to think about that. Just focus.
Just consume and be happy.
Because I'm not just Peter Parker. I'm Spider-Man.
Cool little flip, even though he's looking very, very glossy there.
Yeah.
The hell, Frank? You just hit me with a van!
Quit your whimpering.
Dude, Frank is so fucking awesome. He's so
Quit your
awesome.
whimpering.
Especially, breaking the fourth wall. We're going through I just going through season 2. I finished season 2 of the retro, or Punisher show, and then we did like the movie versions. God, I just love John Bernthal's Punisher. Man.
Really makes you appreciate him, right?
Really, really, yeah. Just the voice, the attitude, and
Dolph had a good.
Wait.
No. Play the whole thing. Play the whole thing. Oh.
Wait. Come here. I've got something to say.
For people that don't know, that's the audio listeners, that's Frank Castle, Dolph Lundgren. He's in a trap, and how he gets out of it, they're about to kill his friend and him. He's like, wait, I got something to say. And then he breaks out of it and beats him. It's the most nonchalant, like dumb, like, why would they check on him? Again, check out the Punisher retro. It's great there. But yeah, Berthal is, even just that, like, stop your whimper. Like, that feels like from the animated series. Again, I do want people to prepare themselves because I think they're going to, like, lessen him a little bit, but I'm okay with that. You know, like, you can't.
I agree. I agree. I think like early thoughts, like when this was first spoken about that he was going to be a part of it, it's like, okay, like how is it gonna actually go? But I'm totally fine with it. I feel like this trailer is a good like representation of kind of what to expect. How he's like about to drop an F-bomb and then Spidey just like mutes his mouth right there. Like it's just a good like mixing of like the very family friendly Peter Parker with like the brutality that is Frank Castle.
Yeah, but even in this truck, he's like kind of like play the clip. He's kind of like smiling when he says this, you know, like.
Yeah.
like
I do love though how Spidey shoots his gun, and like on normal villains like that just like that like okay his gun doesn't work anymore, and then Frank's gun though it just blows it right off.
Yeah.
But
Suit yourself.
he's not quipping like Leon if that's what you're talking about.
Not yet. But that's he seems a bit more jovial Punisher. So I wonder in the special. Yeah, so we'll see. But I'm okay with that. Just people need to get ready because I think there's gonna be a lot of people that are like, oh, not my Punisher.
You just hit me with a van.
Quit your whimpering. Suit yourself.
When do you think pause after the motherfucker, or that's fine there. I wonder if they're gonna establish how long they've known each other. Not a big deal, but obviously it's been 4 years, so I guess they've just kind of bumped into each other at some point. I guess I'm also just curious too why. Because other than in Born Again, when they had to work together, right? Lots of times when Daredevil and Punisher squares off, it's like, oh, thanks for helping. But Matt's still going to lock him up, right? He's like, you got to go to prison. I'm wondering, I guess maybe it's just because there's big danger happening right now. I wonder where Spider-Man's stance is on this. Like, if he had time, would he throw Frank to the police, or is he just fine with Frank murking people, you know? And I wonder if they'll ever answer that or not.
Peter doesn't do anything in this instance, right? He just fucks off and tells him to go home.
Well, I'm hoping there's maybe like something happening where he can't arrest him. Like there's a bomb or like an attack happening where it's like, I could arrest Frank, but if I don't, hundreds of people might die, right? That because he's in a rush when he's getting out of here. Because like, what? He's just gonna be like, go home, Frank, and then Frank just standing in the middle of the street, like by him. He's just leaving him by himself. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how that introduction goes. Or like. Would they be bold and not even really show that? Like they just know each other?
They could do that. I could see that. And honestly, though, like from the interaction, like I'm just pointing these things out. I love the interaction. I'm very excited for this dynamic. It's just little things that those are type of details that'll get it from like, you know, maybe like a 9.5 to like a 10. I was like, oh, okay, you fill in the stuff. Like again, I think it's a valid question. Would Peter Parker, if it's just him and Frank in a room, because I think for the most time, if it's just Frank, he'll fuck him up. Would he have him arrested? I don't know. I would like to, and I'm not saying there's a right or wrong. I would just like to know Tom Holland Spider-Man, like, how does he feel on that issue? How does he feel about, and I guess that's maybe where we're playing with Hulk, right? Because if we hear Hulk breaks out and maybe Frank's solution is to kill him, that's where hopefully that plays into it. So I just want that answer to like, how does Spider-Man literally just feel about the Punisher? Not, you know, Frank Castle. Like, how does he feel about the guy who instead of arresting a mob boss or a criminal, he just blows his head away, you know? How does he feel?
And like, I'm wondering, like how much he's even aware of the Punisher. Like does he know all about his history and how brutal of, you know, just his origin? Like Frank Castle in this universe should be a pretty like renowned story, right? His whole family just murdered in front of him.
In season 1, remember they thought he was dead and came back, and that was a big deal. So they should know, and they could touch on that trauma, right? Like that's where I feel like I'm giving them credit that hopefully they do it. I feel like that's why Punisher is in here. Not only is he Raging Bull, but both these characters have lost everything, right? I think you get to see how they deal with it separately. I don't think Frank's gonna be at the end like fucking smiling and going to hang out with. Could you imagine the movie just ends with Peter, MJ, Ned, and just Punisher like they're watching some fucking movie or something. They're watching Star Wars.
They're shooting
together.
each other with water guns or something. They're having like a pool party.
Frank comes out with a fucking big like bazooka water gun, like cannonball. But he's the second Ned does a cannonball, he like gets shell shock PTSD. He's like, where am I? And he's like, no, Ned. And it just cut. Imagine the movie ends cutting to black with Punisher having Ned in a chokehold and Peter's going, no, Frank, and then cut to black, and we don't know what happens for like 6 years. All right,
That would be insane.
well, let's continue.
Go home.
I'm excited though. I'm happy John's getting the big.
And sometimes Spider-Man
Whatever.
has to do the hard.
All those
Okay, so-
flowers.
If you go back a little bit, it might be in another shot. Go back, do like the small. It's okay. Go back a little bit when he just before he enters that room. I'll tell you when to hit pause. You ready? Gunslinger moment. Let him go walk a little more. I was wrong. There, right there. So I think it happens later on in the room, but behind him, that you see that wall with the light and papers on it. That's supposed to be
That's
they
the
have
Spider-Man
they have a bunch of
shrine.
Spider-Man magazines and stuff like that. So I think what's happened is they have all these memories of helping Spider-Man, being with Spider-Man. But that's where I hope with the spell, I hope it's not just like an Insta, like what was happening with Happy Hogan of like, I really liked Aunt May and she did a lot of good. And he didn't even remember he had a nephew, right? I would love it if they were like, we remember like interacting with Spider-Man, but a lot of it does not make any sense. And that would actually make me be invested in them trying to find out, right? If they're like,
Yeah.
this guy, like he was around for all fucking school, whatnot. Like even if Ned was like, I remember helping on missions, why is this guy not around anymore? So I kind of hope they're like, something's off with our memory and it has to do with Spider-Man. Even if it's just like a little bit of that sense, I would enjoy that because it just is a good bridge instead of just, okay, Ned's obsessed with Spider-Man. Cool. We've been there before, you know?
Yeah, I agree. I think that would make me personally a lot more invested in the overall, just like getting them back, because like we all thought they were gonna go in that direction anyways. It's like, okay, well they don't remember Spider-Man. Well, they're gonna like you know like it's Zendaya.
By the end of this.
If we're bringing her back, yeah, she's definitely gonna know. But if they do that, you know, in a way that I'm actually enjoying it, I feel like. I have a feeling I'll probably pass this movie no matter what, just because I'm a big Spidey head.
Yeah,
and
I think
I'll
so.
be sold on it. Frank's in there, so like, no matter what, it's probably like a guaranteed 8, regardless of what happens. But I, like you said earlier about just like going from a 9.5 to a 10, like those little things can definitely make the difference.
And speaking, go next clip because big moment here, I think.
And sometimes Spider.
Look at that red hair. That's not red at all.
It's
up
red.
to lunch.
You're watching a bad quality
brown.
trailer. There's red highlights in it. Chat, back me up.
I'm on 1080p.
Yeah, but your computer's broken. You asking for a new computer.
I hope
the other
so.
day.
I hope
There's
so.
tinges of red.
They got some booze here. This is crazy. They got
They're
some.
having
They
a
got
big
poppy
party.
here.
Yeah. MJ is also wearing an outfit that's very similar to the first appearance of Mary Jane Watson in the comic book. So it's your lucky day, Tiger. You just hit the jackpot. So, but there's some red highlights in there. I'm telling you, they're light, but they're in there.
Spider-Man has to do the hard thing, even if it breaks.
Okay, so pause here.
That's not red at all, man.
That doesn't look red. No, I'll give you that. Espop says
New
he sees the
character,
red.
Or has this been in something?
Well, like in these movies or in the comics?
Quiet down, S-Bubs. We're not asking you.
I think Kirkland's just colorblind.
You just agreed that this one doesn't look red.
Not this one, but he saw the red earlier. We don't know his character's name, so we don't know if he's from the comics or not.
Okay.
There's like a boyfriend MJ had recently named Paul that everyone fucking hated. You know, I make these jokes, and they are just jokes. But man, if these two are like again, okay, two things from the character of Peter Parker. He's a sadomasochistic. What is it? Sadomasochistic, right? Sadomasochistic.
Holy fuck! What are you trying to say?
Sadomasochistic. I think that's how it is. Just someone that enjoys pain. If he
Sadistic? Wait,
no, it's a thing. Sadomasochistic. So either search it up or
I'm gonna Google this.
Okay, thank you. Because at one point in the trailer, she's like, "Oh, like our neighbor. If he's living even let's say 3 doors down. Shout out to 3 doors down. You got the word there?"Sadomasochistic, right? Did I get that time? Sadomasochistic?
Sadomasochism. There you go.
Sadomasochism,
Combines
yeah.
Sadism, sexual arousal from inflicting pain, and masochism.
So for short, I'm just gonna say
arousal
he's-
from receiving pain.
So for sure, I'm just gonna say he's an SM, right? Which
S&M.
works for Spider-Man.
Okay, there you go. That's the origin of S&M. I
Oh,
didn't
is
know
it?
that.
Okay, so
You
he's an
just taught me
SMM.
that.
SM is SMM. Because if he is 3 doors down, and MJ doesn't remember him. And I'm going to say they're in college. So I'm going to say in college they're knocking boots. They're doing some DPing. So he's just getting back from crime fighting. And then with his spiders, like he has enhanced hearing, enhanced all that stuff. He's going to be trying to go to bed. And he's going to be hearing MJ.
To bed, man.
He's going to be hearing MJ and maybe Paul.
That's where I'm hoping he's making his own noises with Felicia Hardy, like we were saying.
He won't be.
Like equal noise.
He won't because he's pathetic. He's gonna hear everything. He's gonna hear this condom going on. He's gonna hear breaking. He's gonna hear squishing. He's gonna hear hair pulling. He's gonna hear it all.
Mac and cheese sounds. He's gonna hear.
It's different if they're if they're together. But if he is legitimately their neighbor and they like live on the same floor, this man is fucking punishing himself to no degree. Now, does that fit?
4 years.
4 years of this, yeah. And does that fit into the Tom Holland narrative of like? Why is Tom Holland never fucking like getting like? Why is he not doing any of these big like? You see Challengers, you see every clip I see of in April the drama of the movie. There's that clip of her fucking riding the hell out of Robert Pattinson, and then you get now this guy in Spider-Man. So now literally you have the scene here where Tom Holland's in a party scene, and I'm not sure if they're gonna kiss here, but I think we're gonna watch a movie where Tom Holland's just watching this man kiss his wife. Now if that's fine, that's fine. I'm not trying to be a Taylor thing. They're actors, they get it, but like. It feels a little one-sided. That's why it's kind of like, why can't Tom Holland get like some sort of Black Cat or a Spider-Gwen going on here, you know? So I just laughed though, just because I actually give no shits about it, I'm memeing, but because of the meme of Tom Holland's a strong man, the fact they literally did that in this movie of him watching his wife like about to make out another dude, they literally did that in this movie. So it's funny, but yeah, I wonder because this head graze, like they could easily just be flirting, right? They might not even be like a couple yet or anything. So I kind of hope that's the route. I don't need him to be the boyfriend because I feel like that's like if she remembers, I don't need him to break up with him. Just make him a flirtation guy. Make him he's a charming, cute guy that's, you know, getting closer to MJ, and that really puts in Peter's head of like, oh fuck, like she's actually gonna move on now, you know? So because what if they've been dating for 4 years? What if they've been dating for 4 years? She gets her memory back. Like
Peter didn't even know her for 4 years.
Yeah, he has no right. He has no right.
He has no right. No, I agree.
It's Peter Parker's heart. What is happening?
It's looking bad. The
Ned
Ned
after hearing the night night noises for 4 years.
That's why he's going to Ned. He's getting drugs to drown it out, just to get, you know, whatever. So, yeah, exactly. He's coming. I suppose we were talking about. He's hearing him come to me more. Kevin Davis, interesting. He says the trailer was okay. International audience will push the film to make 900 million. I think 700's guaranteed. Maybe I'm wrong. I think this is a billion guaranteed, Devin. I put your names there together, Kevin. The only reason is just because it's been 5 years since No Way Home. I think Zendaya is bigger. I think Tom, even though he's not done much more, like I think people just, it's not he's bigger. I think people genuinely miss Spider-Man and they miss Tom Holland being Spider-Man. I think it would be different if he was in other crossover movies, like if there was an Avengers or something like that. But he's literally been gone since December 2021 for Spider-Man. Yeah. So I actually think, unless it's bad reviewed, I actually think I'm not gonna say an easy bill, but I'm gonna say an easy bill. I'm gonna throw a TTY in there. Like I think even if it's just like a 1.1, because let me look and see what the other ones made while you're talking there. But yeah, what do you think about it? Do you think this is after we've seen the first trailer now? Are you thinking it's $1 billion?
I think so. I agree with your points. I think there's been enough time since the last Spidey, and like that's the Mount Rushmore MCU characters, and we only have so many of those.
Did you say he's one of or he is?
He's one of.
Okay, I think you said is. I'm like, well, no, his name's not Iron Man. As much as I don't like Iron Man.
Yeah, I don't know. You know. But well, I was gonna say like he's one of them, and he's one of the only ones that's remaining, but not really because we're getting Downey back, we're getting Evans back. Mount Rushmore's going nowhere, but still, Spidey, all the other reasons that we've already brought up, like the more family or oriented type nature of the character, I feel like it ropes in just a whole wider range of audience. And you know, Zendaya is super hot right now, but like also Tom Holland, he's still fantastic, and people still love like the boyish charm that I think he brings to the character.
Yeah, like to me, this is where I push back. Like even I know it was a big deal because of the MCU being hot when he came in, but like Homecoming, the first one, made $878 million, and to me, like I think this one has more hype than that, in my opinion. And then Far From Home made 1.1 billion, and then No Way Home made 1.9. Obviously there's a big buffer there because of all the returning characters, right? But like that Far From Home number, like even if it made like 1.03 billion. Like I think the Far From Home number is that's the number I'm looking at. Even though if I were to take the over and under, I would say it'd make more than 1.1 billion. Like I don't know, Minecraft almost made $1 billion, Stitch made $1 billion. Like I think people will, and it's in the summer too. I think that will be the movie that eats up a lot. Like I think a 1.1 billion is a lock for me. Yeah.
There you go.
All right, so we get him transforming here. Oh.
Look at those nipples.
They're
Is this where
looking
you want me to
good.
stop?
Sure. No. You keep going.
So he has like the night terror, and then this is him waking up.
Which is weird because I guess he must have been in his suit because he goes to use his web shooters and they're not there, but they kept his boxers on, so good for him. But yeah, this is night terrors, and I think he's having his mutation. But this is the cutaway. Watch. You'll pause here. Okay, so like.
Yeah, and you hear.
You hear it.
Off.
So like, why not just show it then? Just show like, just pan up and be like, whoa! Like you gave it away. You gave the trick away.
How else would he stop? Yeah, you're so right.
Yeah, like
unless another Spidey character webs him, I guess.
Nick Cage from Spider Noir. What's up, Peter? But like Superman Mike, I don't agree with this. He says, I think there's a chance this makes more than Doomsday. I would not take that. Or I would take Mike, if you want to make that pizza bet, I would make that pizza bet that Doomsday. I know Dune's out, but I think with Doomsday, with all his characters coming back in the Christmas month, like you never know. Like I don't think it's impossible, but I think it's close to impossible. Kirkham, where are you on that? Do you think it could make more than Doomsday?
I think it could be close, but I don't think so. I think Doomsday still takes it.
All right, continue. Oh, and Tom's looking fucking huge in this movie. He's looking huge. Good on you, boy. Hitting those bureaus. And that's also the clean body, too. He's cut out all that alcohol, you know? But yeah, good on you, man. He's looking good on him. Looking good. He's looking GV big. Loving the font and the color.
Excuse me, Dr. Banner. I need your help.
What did you say your name was? What's this sweater there?
What'd you say your name was?
Excuse me, Dr. Banner.
ESU.
ESU. Yeah, that I don't know. But makes sense for him to go to Banner, you know, guy that's constantly having problems with his body and mutating and stuff. So I think that's a good tie in there. It's not a web shooter, no. You remember what that is?
Don't remember. Does it help him turn into?
Yeah, they introduced in She-Hulk. He made a device where he can keep him with that device staying on. Yeah, and Frank's gonna fucking.
I need your help.
Break it.
I love Mark Ruffalo.
It does. That looks like a fake. He looks very video gamey when he's like, "Hi, how can I help you?" He looks like a CGI person there.
Totally, the Avengers game.
Yeah,
What did you say your name was?
If DNA is mutating,
like look at him there. Go back. His shoulders, man. Yeah. He's working hard. Yeah, look, he's got the middle divot too. He's looking, and the triceps back there. Boom. Okay, that's fair, Mike. I jumped on Mike a little bit. He said a chance, like 15%. You know what? That's fair. That's fair. I would give you that because like there's always a chance that Dune really fucks it up. Like let's say, and I've said this before. I think we said this last week. I think Doomsday could be like a 10 out of 10. It could also be a 2 out of 10. It could be a movie that word of mouth spreads. It's like, oh, this Avengers movie really stinks. You know, so I'll take you that. You know, there's a chance. So.
Is mutating. It would be enormously dangerous.
Spiders have 3 life cycles.
Love that. Love them visiting Aunt May. That's cool. If you want to go back to that chair, that's supposedly Sadie Sink.
When between cycles,
no, he didn't go back to the chair.
That's okay. The spider vulnerable.
Did I not go back far enough?
Spiders have 3 life cycles.
Right there. It's either Sadie Sink or it might be Peter because he is into the sadomasochistic. No, because he's in the sadomasochistic. He's just sitting there and he's watching footage of that.
He traps himself in this room like Clockwork Orange.
No, MJ, no! Yeah. He's reliving it. He's like Memento. He just doesn't remember. Go back a little bit too. There's this shot of Peter with the webs is clearly... go back a little bit more. A little more. This is clearly him trying to hold on to the Hulk. Like, watch the animation of it. So hit play now. Yeah, we're good here. Thank you.
If DNA is mutating, it would be enormously dangerous.
Right
See,
there.
yeah. Well,
No, he
I think
slingshotted himself.
no, that's what they're making it look. No, I think that's what they're making it look like. I think he's holding on to him, and Hulk jumps. Because if he slingshots himself, Kirkland, he's been Spider-Man for like a decade. Why is he going through the fucking water barrel? Like
He's not used to his new natural web shooters, right?
Can you go back? Can you go back and let's hear the dialogue that precedes the scene as like the foreshadow? Yeah, right here. Yeah. Go.
If DNA is mutating, it would be enormously dangerous.
And then they cut to this.
even
Come
hear it,
on.
too.
Come
It's
on.
like,
Yeah. Fuck you, Peter.
Enormously dangerous.
Enormously dangerous.
I feel like it's kind of Hulk-like sound animations. Can you
Yeah,
convince me?
I'm telling you.
Spiders
yeah, I like
have
the May
3
Parker
life
thing.
cycles.
So, I mean, is it like confirmed what Sadie Sink is?
Nope.
Okay.
She's Jean Grey, but it's not confirmed. I
Yeah.
think I agree with the reports.
This
stuff
seems like a Jean Grey type prison.
or Peter
that she's
Parker
in
one.
right now.
Yeah. I got those too. Oh, yours cut off your powers? No, they just keep me in a chair so I can watch some stuff. But yeah, like it's this. Like technically, people point out the scene, the next scene you're gonna play, where it's her jumping bodies. They're like, that's not really a Jean Grey thing because like, why wouldn't she just control one person? She wouldn't have to like jump from one body to another. But
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know. It's the fucking MCU. They're doing their own thing, like the same
Yeah.
way. Like it's movies. It's an adaptation. So
When
I'm not gonna
between
take that.
cycles, it can leave the spider vulnerable to threats.
Yeah, like this. People have been like, Jean Grey doesn't do this, and like,
control.
sure,
One
but
we can't even see. Stay.
So
there's
that's
Peter
Sadie
watching
Sink.
his footage. I don't know if it is. She's the way she's moving doesn't feel like Sadie Sink to me.
Yeah.
The height matches up, but not the way she's moving. I agree, Mike, that it's a great shot of Keith David. I agree with people that said that it's probably just like him watching a YouTube video or something. But man, I saw a great fan cast, and like, could you imagine if he was this world's Kirk Connors? I was like, fuck yeah, man. Keith David as Kirk Connors would be great, but I don't think we're getting that. But yeah, Keith David,
Yeah.
amazing guy.
Stay out of my way.
Hell yeah, man. Scorpion's
like
looking
this.
good. Now, of course, I'd like a helmet on the guy, but that's okay. I'm liking the outfit.
You could
Maybe
get a helmet, right? Like maybe it's just for dialogue. Maybe it like folds
yeah,
up or something.
he's one of those fucking nanotech ones. So I'm hoping maybe a little bit more green. I'd like to brighten up a little bit, but
Yeah.
like overall, the suit looks good. And you and me have talked about this. I'm a sucker for Scorpion. I haven't added to our list yet, Kirkland, but I thought for our bread and butter, we should do a ranking of Spider-Man villains, like make the tier
Fuck
list.
yeah.
We should do
Let's
that
do it.
because I feel like you and I share similar, like on Scorpion and Rhino, like some of these
Yeah.
goons that don't get a lot of love. Scorpion to me is like, sure, he's a C tier villain, but he's like an A tier in my heart. You know, like I fucking love the Scorpion. So
I think his stock's on the rise as well, especially with the new
Yep.
version that we've seen with Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
I just hope they don't shocker him in this movie. You know, like remember in
Well,
Homecoming.
they did that in Homecoming.
That's what I
and-
mean. Yeah.
yeah.
And I hope they don't do this when he's Scorpion. Like, I'm not saying he has to be the main Green Goblin villain, but I hope he's not just kind of like a joke and he gets taken out one or two fights, you know?
Yeah, like let's buff up our street villains because
Yeah.
Spidey has so many of them, and let's make them like actually entertaining. Like let's make them reoccurring. Like you know,
Well, yeah.
I'll
And if,
get you
and,
next time, Spider-Man.
and if anyone's like, oh, it's just Scorpion, then it's like, it's a fucking fake world. Make his suit stronger. Make his suit stronger than Spider-Man. You know, like, back in the day, you had this thing called a pencil. You could put anything you want on the fucking page, you know? So, same thing with the Jean Grey thing. Like, Jean Grey's never hopped mines like this. So it's like what?
This movie's gonna fail.
Yeah. Let's see. Espa says I've seen people theorizing that it's the possession person talking to Scorpion when he talks. Okay, go back. Let's see what he says actually. See if that lines up. I'm fucking
We
Mary
can't even
Jane.
see. Stay out of my way.
Yeah, could be. That's a very like generic thing though, but like it could be.
Stay out of my way.
This is the most like looking
losing
of the
a
old
kid?
trilogy with the sun going on. And that shot of him and MJ's not great either. This stuff, yeah, this is some not great
You're
stuff.
losing a kid.
You're losing a kid, right?
Yeah,
There-
you're
there's
right.
some more flash.
It
Oh, you
doesn't
see the
look
red
great.
now, eh? Is that what you're talking about?
No, it's not red.
Okay, it is red
at
though.
all.
But
I'm
yeah,
saying you're right.
that background not looking good. Even though it looks like the clock tire that Emma Stone died at, so maybe look out there, Spider-Man. But yeah, there's just something like that background. We need a couple more shades done on it. But you know, they got to rush these movies out, so we might not get that. So
Yeah, so 2 minutes and 4 seconds, and in the other trailer, 2 minutes and 2 seconds.
there you go. They love it. They love Zendaya at that mark.
They do. It's such a minor scene, but man, it still just irks me. I'm curious if I'm the only one that kind of feels that. I feel like I'm just still so shaken up from that Far From Home trailer, and this just reminds me of it.
I think I agree with you too, because like what Espo said earlier could be true, right? Because these could be all scenes minus 1 or 2. But I really wish, like, already I'm not like loving that Peter's interacted with them. But okay, you're gonna do that. They're in the movie, cool. And they have one scene, maybe awkward, fine. The fact that she's interacting with Spider-Man again, it's like. It just also reminds me of just like with every third act of the Tobey movie is, oh, someone kidnaps MJ, you know, and that's where it's like, why can't it just be her and Peter or the guy that they don't know, you know, like, I don't know. We'll see. Again, we'll see how it is. This could be a fucking flashback though, right? Easily in our minds, this could be like a night that they were. I know it's not, but I'm just saying, or maybe it's a dream sequence. So I'm just saying, like, maybe it's something. I don't know, but yeah, I agree.
Jean Grey is going to be possessing her body here, and she's just going to strangle Peter and throw him off the building. That's what's going to happen.
MJ, I've missed you for so long.
He has to fight.
Stay
MJ
out of my way. Could you imagine? That's the final.
Possess Jean Grey.
Yeah. And I know some people are going to be like, oh, well, didn't you think they're going to interact? Yeah, if I had a pizza bet, yeah, 100%. Sure. But I don't want to know it. I don't. Same thing like with
that is the thing.
Far From Home. I didn't want to know it. You know, there's some spoilers that don't bug me. Of like, that's what when certain things don't bug me. It's like knowing a character's in a movie or maybe a set piece, but specifics of interactions or character arcs. That's the stuff I don't like to know. I like to know the journey. If you're like, oh fuck it, if I learn that Jean Grey, like let's say if I sat down with fucking Tom Holland, he's like, here's your bureaus, and I say, who's Sadie Sink playing? He says Jean Grey. That's not gonna ruin it for me. You know why? Because I don't know what the script is. It could be great or it could be shit. I don't really know, right? So that's what's like. But with this, it's like, okay, now I know they interact. Where I would have liked that is like, oh, is Spider-Man gonna see her? And maybe it's not a big deal again. But for me, it's like, I don't think this trailer needed that. You know, so.
It definitely didn't, and it's the same thing with the Far From Home one. Like, and this one's such a lesser degree, but I feel like it's still the same thing, that like they're just robbing us from seeing that scene for the first time on the big screen. Like just like the tension of the moment, like especially, you know, like let's play along and just be like, okay, yeah, it's been 5 years or 4 years since like they've actually known each other. We're going along with the adventure. What's gonna happen? Are they gonna find out? And like we're going along on that adventure throughout the whole movie, and then it leads up to this scene that we haven't seen yet in a trailer. It's like, holy fuck, what's gonna happen? Like is it gonna be revealed? I'm sure it'll still hit well. I'm sure I'm still gonna love this movie. I might be in tears in this scene. Who knows? But I'm just at this moment. Screw you, Sony, and your terrible trailers. It's pissing me off.
And you know what? This might be a hard read. Maybe you disagree with me, but I'm gonna throw a TTY on this right now. With his body, the way it looks, and with her face. This is after she's found out he's Spider-Man again. That's what I'm going to say right now. There's no way for us to know that, but with their body language in this scene,
I agree.
Because if Spider-Man just saves her, it's like, oh, thanks, Spider-Man. I guess she could be asked, like, hey, where are you? We have all these memories. So it could be that. So it could be what I talked about before, where maybe they know of Spider-Man. Hey, why did you, like, we have all these memories of you, but we don't know who you are. Like, what the fuck does that mean? So maybe it's that, but with their body language, something emotional is happening here. So I could even see this being the thing. And maybe it's the classic thing where it's like, oh, like you got my memory, but like we still can't be together. I don't know. I'm just going to throw a TTY and say this happens after. And we'll look back on and be like, see, motherfuckers. But, you know, that's okay.
There you go. I agree.
And for those spiders who make it through, it amounts to a kind of...
Want to go back?
Yeah, there's the posters.
So what did you say?
There's the posters.
Yeah, these are all the covers and everything like that. Do you think this is, people are theorizing that's during, what?
I'm just like, this looks so bad. Like, this could look so much better.
It's tough because it looks... I'm of two minds. It's great because I appreciate directors when it's like, this is the very first image of Spider-Man, right? That cover. Yeah. It's the first cover of Spider-Man. So I appreciate that they are doing that. It's crazy how no one's actually really done that yet in the fucking movies, just recreate this image, right? The image looks, what people I agree with, it looks like the PS5 game, right? It looks like a loading screen for the PS5 game.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm of two minds. Vision doesn't look the greatest, but I appreciate them going for it. So on the whole, I'll say it's a win. Do you think this is happening during the Thunderbolts ending? Because people said with the gray and the smoke. That's not my theory. I heard other people saying I think it could be true, but also could just be a bit gloomy. But yeah, even the guy, like his composition on the screen, he just does not look like he's there. Bad. Yeah. But kudos, they're trying.
I kind of like that theory. Like it
he's saving people.
Makes somewhat of an attempt to like combine the adventures, I guess.
Because that happened in New York, right? So again, where the fuck is Spider-Man?
I think it's like 50-50. I don't know. I don't feel strong for or against, but the city does look pretty fucking miserable here. But
Yeah.
maybe it's just New York on a normal day.
It's something when I was there was fuck, man. Not a New York fan. Sorry.
It
Too cold
amounts
for
to a
me.
kind.
Cool. Yep.
I love this like this image of him like doing this pose. I've always loved, but again, like it just, I don't know.
Something's off. Yeah. Yep.
Is
Continue.
this like a goon or like an actual character?
I think
Boomerang
he's.
Man or
I think
something?
he is. I think he is just Boomerang. I think that's who he is. I think these are just gonna be a montage when he's narrating what he's been up to the 4 years. I think they're just gonna show a bunch of him kicking
Fair
ass.
enough,
Yeah, which is fine. Cool. Do that.
Yep.
So that's Tarantula that he's
The fuck
fighting.
was that?
That's Tarantula. Yeah, that's also a comic book cover right there. That exact image. So there you go. But again, though, it does not look like him and Tarantula are there together. Like it does not look like his hand is actually stopping his hand.
This cop just like lost his best buddy. This guy is like dead on the ground. And he's just taking his like he's not even aiming at Tarantula here. He's aiming at Peter Parker, if anything.
Yeah. Poor guy.
You're correct though. It's a pretty poorly image. Whoa, what happened?
And people did point out that apparently in the leak trailer, I didn't look more into it, but as since I've seen other people that this scene, or not this scene, I'll point out after. Anyways, continue. So obviously, I don't know, man.
Paul Atreides, man. He drank the blue stuff.
Yeah, I think in this one, I don't want to get hyped and believe what people think, but like I think it's more drinking the black stuff. And like I wouldn't mind because I guess you could just say he got bit and he just eventually kept evolving, right? I wouldn't mind if the symbiote attached to him and that's what made him have organic webbing. Is it kind of like, you know, the symbiote took something from him, his spider power is a gene, but kind of gave something him with the organic web shooters, you know? And because I don't know why else his eyes would be black here. I guess it could also be that person taking over them, right? And I guarantee that's probably it. Like this could be maybe Jean Grey when she goes in their mind, their eyes turn black. But I've seen some people throw out the symbiote thing, wouldn't hate it. And that could also be a good reason of, hey, why is my body changing? Well, there's a fucking alien in you, dude. Like, so I could buy it. So I think I'm more like 60-40 against it, but I could see it.
I think I'm like 80-20 against it. It just seems like a big thing to throw into this project, but I don't know. Maybe it could be done tactfully, but
Not if he fights Frank in the finale, man. You know, Frank versus
or
symbiote.
Zendaya possessed.
Yeah,
with,
possessed Zendaya versus Black Suit Spider-Man.
Yeah. No, but
Hell
you're
yeah.
right. Yeah. I feel like that would be a more fun face-off than like Man Spider, just because I don't particularly love that
safer
rendition
too.
of the character. But
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. Maybe you get symbiote Hulk. Maybe it
Oh
latches
yeah,
onto him.
that'd be
Cool.
great.
I love
I
this
think-
shot so much, man.
Me too. Yeah, I
I'm
think
such
this
a sucker
scene's
for this.
this scene's gonna bang too. Obviously, that's the
Yeah.
hand, and again, the guy that directed is Destin Daniel Cretton. He directed Shang-Chi, and that's some of the best action in the MCU, right?
Fuck
I didn't
yeah.
love the third act of that movie, but I think action-wise, you're gonna get, and even the web swing stuff, right? Like some of the CGI, some of the shots, okay, maybe not the greatest, but I think the visuals of them and the actual choreography of them, think they're gonna be. I think it's gonna be top tier on that department. I really do.
Yeah, man. Marty the suit. I'm just loving it.
Oh yeah, man.
Rebirth.
And
So
then
stop
there's
right there.
Taylor's 9 CGI characters down here, right?
Yeah,
Andrew,
well,
Toby.
there's yeah, Terrence Howard's War Machine, but people have pointed out apparently in the leak trailer this took place in a building.
I thought I noticed that when I was watching your
Yeah.
shitty version that you sent me.
Yeah, so there could be some mystery characters. I feel like if it's in the building, then why are there the mystery characters? I feel like this is just another montage thing of him showing fight people. True, you could easily just CGI Charlie Cox and somebody just to say like,
Yep.
hey, he
Frank's
was
down
fighting.
here.
Yeah, like he was fighting with them and that was it. But I don't think it's anything big. Because it's not gonna be Spider-Man. I don't think it's gonna be Hulk because I think they're trying to say that Hulk turns. I don't think it's Frank because if that's Frank, why wouldn't you just have him there? He's in the fucking trailer already, right? So I guess
Like,
it
how
could
is
be
he flying?
he's jumping off the building as well.
Oh, okay, yes, of course.
Yeah.
Frank Castle.
Or he could become, at one point, he does get the War Machine suit, Kirkland in the comics.
Does he
Punisher.
actually?
He does, yeah. It's a great fit. Punisher,
Next
War
time,
Machine
baby.
suit. Yeah. You think it is Terrence Howard? No, it's John Bernthal. But no, I just think other than maybe Sadie Sink, there's no one really surprised here. So I think it could be like a Charlie Cox though. Easy add a Daredevil cameo in
That'd be
there because
cool.
it's like, we didn't get him in the movie, but they've been palling around for the past 4 years. Great.
Agreed.
Nice flowers.
Oh, they're,
I saw the red
housewarming
there.
gift.
I'm
Oh,
MJ.
now he did.
I'm just a
La-
neighbor from across the hall.
Lash.
Hate
Go
that.
back a couple times.
Hate that, man.
Of course, last shot when we're about to be done, he's just saying they said red. So then when he looks online, he can be like, yeah, I said the red.
It's
Don't
this. It's this lighting right here.
worry. It is. I told
here,
you it
this
was the
little
like,
tinge.
yeah, they didn't go full red. But Zendaya looking fucking gorgeous in this whole trailer, man. I like.
Absolutely.
Don't get me wrong. If that's your look, you can do your look. I hate when they made it her fucking like like all frumpy and stuff in the first 3 movies. Like when she's like,
That's the point, though, right? She's supposed to be like the ugly duckling that nobody cares about, and then blossoms.
yeah, sure. Yeah.
I'm not saying.
Huh? Isn't that right? Huh, brother?
Like what Mike has a question which we're gonna get to. He has a question about the trilogy, and actually, let's say Kirkland. We're gonna take our second ad break. His first ad break, ad somewhere in the 30-minute mark. I forgot to take it. But we're gonna take our
Yes.
first ad break. Keep the trailer up though. Take our first ad break. Our second ad break. We'll be right back. We're back. Mike's question, I'll read out fully, but I'm just paraphrasing. He was kind of asking, like, now with some time, how do we feel about the John Watts trilogy, right? And we're watching again with the girls right now. Ellie hasn't seen it. Logan saw it, but very younger. Gwen has memories of it. We have No Way Home, which we're going to watch either this week or next week. The whole MJ shit, like in retrospect, I get in the moment was like, it was like the Sadie Sink thing, right? Who's she playing? Who's that? But when you watch the movie now, it's really just like, why didn't they just make her MJ? Like like later on after the fact, it just doesn't play the same. It just plays very awkward and kind of dumb. So the same thing, we're like, oh well, she's gonna be MJ, but she's not gonna be like she's not gonna be a redhead. We're gonna dress her down so people don't think she's like hot, but she's gonna be his love. And you know her name's gonna be MJ, but it's Michelle Jones, not Mary Jane Watson. But her name's still gonna be Michelle Jones Watson. And when I'm watching this movie, I'm just
interesting. No.
I have no fucking problem with all the other losers in the world that back then would now like, why is she not white? Why is she not white? Even the hair. I don't give a shit. I still wish the hair, because to me, the hair actually is a more characteristic than her fucking skin color. I actually don't think of MJ as white, Asian, trans, whatever. But to me, whatever I think about MJ, it's her hair, right? So same thing with Spider-Man. It'd be like, Spider-Man, I don't care what color he is, but like if his suit was yellow and green, I'd be like, what the fuck? Like that's not Spider-Man. So that's where I've always went back to. I don't care her race or anything like that. And also it just helps that Zendaya looks like great in red hair when she's actually dyed her hair red hair. So it's always been like, fuck, just do it already. Like, just do it. So I feel like that's what's interesting. And I don't know if it's because, well, now he's grown up and now he's Spider-Man. But the first director to get a crack of the MCU Spider-Man, it's like, he's more street level. He's got a Spider-Man suit. MJ's calling herself MJ, not even to her fucking friends, right? Remember that was the whole twist? Oh, well, my friends, they call me MJ. She's just introducing herself to MJ as random people. She's got the red hair, and I get it. I don't want to hear it. I know there's MCU diehards if they're going to push up their glasses, go, well, you know, those movies were like the origin of MJ, and now this is the real MJ. Yeah, it's like every fucking movie. It's like, well, this is really Spider-Man now, and then at the end of the movie, or the beginning of the next one, he's like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing, and it's just like, I don't, like, so that stuff is just dumb to me, so I'm very happy they're doing this type of stuff, and it's like, yeah, fucking Mary Jane's a hot character. Let Zendaya be fucking hot because she's a good-looking woman, you know. Let Tom be fucking hot. Like the costuming in these movies that they had him in before, people point out when Zendaya and Tom Holland were on the streets, they looked more like fucking Peter Parker, MJ than they did in these fucking movies. Like some of their outfits and stuff like that. Like for me, some of the costume and these choices. So I appreciate everything. I can't remember how we got here. You asked me some sort of question.
The Patreon question about how we feel about the.
Yeah, but you kind of let in that. But before we get in the mic, hit play because you see that wall a bit better too that I was talking
Nice
about.
flowers.
Oh, they're,
Right there.
Yeah.
That's their apartment. They got so much Spider-Man stuff there. And yeah, again, like even then the character that Zendaya is showing there, I just prefer this so much more over the whole like the Black Dahlia thing. Like I didn't vibe with that character, and I think we've talked about this before, that the MCU made Zendaya look like a worse actress. She's better than what the MCU gives her all the time, right? So I hope in one of these movies they can actually let her let loose and have, I don't know. I think watching those movies now, but yeah, I will give the full thing on that. But before I say with this trailer, the good thing is everything I thought years ago when we were getting Spider-Man in the MCU, everything I thought it would be, I don't know if it exactly was. And I guess this kind of goes into my question. I don't think it was exactly that, but I feel like this is closer to what I had in mind. Like this feels like, wow, like we're finally getting the MCU Spider-Man I was hoping we'd get. Don't get me wrong, I love this Tobey one still more as of right now, but I think Tom is great and they could do great. I just think for some reason things were always holding those back from being like truly great. I don't count No Way Home because No Way Home is a whole different beast, right? With the returning characters and legends. But Mike's question was, now that we're entering a new era of Spider-Man, how would you guys overall rate the John Waltz trilogy? What elements from it you want to keep or change moving forward? And how would you say it measures up to the Raimi trilogy? So I've ranted for a bit, but obviously, as I said, the things I've doing with MJ, happy with all those changes. Make her more MJ,
Yeah. Good little tangent there. I feel like I'm kind of... It's interesting because I'm kind of on the opposite side. I really have no issues whatsoever with the MJ stuff that they did. I felt like it fit that movie at the time.
Go back. Hang on. Espo says she's actually wearing the Black Dahlia necklace here, funny enough. Oh, fuck.
What's your beef with the Black Dahlia?
Nice flower.
Oh, fuck. Because it's just like the opening of Far From... I don't know if that is it. Well, no. The thing is, though, remember though, it broke slightly in Far From Home, so that's why it might not look. Yeah.
You're right.
So I'll believe the man in the chair. To me, it was just like the whole gimmick they gave Zendaya of just like, oh well, I'm gonna take her to the bridge and I'm gonna give her to Black Dahlia because Black Dahlia, she like loves murders and loves weird stuff, and that's not like I didn't like that. And again, like we just talked about, they can change anything they want, right? They can pick up a pencil and go, okay, now she's kind of more like true crime, emo type of nut. I just don't think it fit for the character, and I don't think it fit for Zendaya. When Zendaya has like she's like at times like early Will Smith, she's like fucking female Will Smith. She's so charismatic, and they have her playing this character that like brings down her charisma. It's like with the Pedro Pascal.
But it's not like her movie, right? Like she's a very minor part of that first movie. Looking back on
first
it.
Movie, but not second and third.
And that was the one that you hated the most, where she's just like a nothing character. She goes by Michelle.
Well, yeah, I didn't like that. But then the second one, she's still playing the very like the Black Dahlia. I just love weird shit. Like I don't. It's just like when Pedro, it's like he did Joel, and then they're like, oh, remember in Game of Thrones when everyone fell in love with him as the Viper because he was so charismatic? Yeah, let's never do that again with Pedro. Let's just have him play really dark characters. And it's like, what the fuck we doing here, guys? And
put
finally,
a mask on him and have him never actually be on set.
Yeah, but yeah. So you were all fine with the MJ stuff, and you want to keep that. You want to be talking about murders and being like,
no,
oh,
I
man,
never said that whatsoever.
I never said
that whatsoever. I'm just saying, looking back on those projects, but just looking back on that trilogy and just the arc, I think, of those characters, I was really enjoying, I think, just the whole growth from the first movie to the second one, and just like the awkward like high school like courting that like Peter Parker and MJ are kind of doing in that second movie. I don't know. I feel like it just reminded me of that era of my life, and it just hit harder. Now, if I had to pick one or the other, obviously I'm going to my my dear my old school like comic book version of the MJ, because that was just like my first exposure to the character.
I can't go there either though, because she fucking sucks too. We've talked about that before. Kristen Dunst as MJ, right? Like, or are you just talking about the comic book version of MJ?
I'm just saying, like the comic book version more than
I thought
anything.
You were talking
like
Kristen Dunst,
the cartoon version.
Yeah, okay.
Like literally my first exposure to Spider-Man.
Okay, I'll accept it.
You never forget your first, but
yeah.
I also think like you do bring up good points of just like the version of the character that they had isn't like it's definitely not squeezing out the maximum potential of the character of Zendaya. Now, I honestly, like, I don't think I had seen Zendaya in anything before that movie. So, like, she really wasn't on my radar at that point in time. Like, I think she was a Disney star, like Disney Kids star, but like definitely not my era of Disney shows when I was growing up. So yeah, like I just didn't really feel like I watched that movie and was like, man, they gave her nothing. Like I just didn't know who she was.
I don't
at
even
all.
mean that. That to me, I was just talking about the character. I think, see, my problem was not even the character stuff in there. I didn't like it later on. I didn't like the whole, in retrospect now watching it, the secret and the screen time is not worth the reveal of, oh, my friends call me MJ. Just don't have her say her name the whole movie and I'm Mary Jane Watson. Like the whole like, oh, well, she's MJ, but she's RMJ. It's like, what does that matter? Like, she's playing Mary Jane, right? Because then you just get a bunch of other fucking losers that are like, well, she's not. Because remember what happened when Sadie Sink got cast? All a bunch of fucking losers like, I bet she's playing the real Mary Jane. It's like, no, like Zendaya in this world's the real Mary Jane. So that's why I just like, why are they being cheeky with, well, she's Michelle Jones? It's dumb stuff. I'm just saying of like, when Mike asked me in retrospect watching that, me and him were like, this doesn't pay off like it did. Like when we first were like, oh, who is it? Who's this girl? You know? So.
Yeah, and then just to his question, looking back on the trilogy, I still really love them. I still have a lot of fun with those movies, especially like the first one, having Michael Keaton like as the villain, like he totally stands up.
Oh yeah.
Is that the right way to say that? I don't know why it sounded so weird when I just said it. Right?
He holds up. Maybe?
Holds up.
He stands up.
He stood up. He stood up in success.
Spider-Man.
But man, like that scene in the car, like at the dance, like it's just so much tension there, and like you got Tom Holland as Spider-Man. Like I love that casting so much. It's probably the best Spider-Man casting that we've had in all versions of the character. Obviously, we love Toby because we like the nostalgia. Andrew is fantastic.
Yeah, it's Andrew. He's the GOAT.
Yeah, I disagree.
I think he outmeted him in No Way Home big time, 100%. I think when they all were three together, and you saw what Andrew Garfield could do in the MCU with like good directors and like in a good world, I was like I think he's more natural at the quips.
There's an argument.
He's better at the romance. Like to me, he's a Golden Geek winner that year. He's Tom Holland. I don't know if he won the Golden Geek that year. I think he did actually. But like I actually can't remember. But I think that Andrew, if you were not to put him in those amazing movies and give him something else juicy, he would he'd be the king. You know.
It's a close debate. I think though Tom Holland is just so much better at the Peter Parker than Andrew Garfield is. I feel like Andrew Garfield is too suave and badass. Right?
He's just too, well, no, I think he's too cool. I don't look at Andrew Garfield as a badass, but like I look at.
Fair enough. I used one too many adjectives.
Yeah, you know, I look at it as a badass. This fucking guy right here. You know, that's a badass.
Yeah, that's
he'll fuck you up. Tobey Maguire, you see
it's
There's
so funny,
cars, motherfuckers, move! I can't see. That's a badass.
The scenes from like the Raimi movies, you could be like, man, this Peter Parker is the corniest of them all. But like Tobey Maguire, he's a mob shark or something. Like he's a badass guy.
Yeah, no. If I'm in a dark alley, and maybe that's something that goes against. If I'm in a dark alley, and I gotta fight 1-3 of them, I'm picking Tobey Maguire last every single time.
With the Spider-Man music.
We got you blocked. Let him go. You can't see. You can't block him in, guys.
It's against the law.
Go. No. You guys need to back up. I can't see the car. Okay, back up, guys.
He starts calm.
Get the fuck out of the way. I can't see. There are cars there, motherfucker. Get out of the way. Stop for you, dude. We're blocking the car for you.
And fuck that paparazzi guy. We moved for you, dude. No, like, Toby had every fucking right, but like, look at that. Look how calm he was, and then when
It's against the law.
hang on.
You can't see the car.
Can't see the cars, guys.
Then boom. They're calm,
And there's like 1,000 more photos too.
Anyone that says motherfucker, like motherfucker, yeah, I'm not messing with that guy. Toby's definitely the most badass of them. But yeah, no, Tom's still great. And don't get me wrong, I thought that until I saw No Way Home, and once I gotta get this image. Just
the light is mine.
The light is mine. Just Toby yelling. You can see his mouth fully open and stuff.
How can he even drive after this? His eyes were wide open. He just got flashbanged by these fucking paparazzi.
I swear, one of the paparazzi's guys like, we got you blocked in, man. Like, listen to him.
I want to be
I want to be
in Spider-Man for
in Spider-Man.
Let him go. You can't see. We got you blocked. Let him go.
They're literally taunting him.
We got you blocked.
We got you blocked, asshole. No wonder. And he had every right to
Yeah.
fucking.
You can't see the cars. Hey, guys, get the fuck out of the way! I can't see! There are cars there, motherfucker!
Why don't we have that as a drop either? We gotta. We've had that as an inside joke for years, you know. So
100%.
But anyways, Tom, you're talking about Tom. You love Tom the trilogy, right?
Yeah, I love Tom the trilogy. Yeah, I don't know. I also just like the more. What's the word I'm looking for? Like, I feel like these movies reminds me the most of like my like personal like grade school experience, whereas like Toby's, you know, I was like a kid watching that, especially at that age, seeing these characters like Flash Thompson in that movie. What is the actor's name? Joe
Manganiello.
Yeah, like he's supposed to be what, 17 years old, 18 years old, like in that movie. Like this guy looks 35.
Yeah.
Whereas I watch like the Tom Holland ones, I'm like, yeah, these guys kind of like, this just reminds me more of my high school experience. I think, without the superheroes, of course. So I don't know. There's just a certain attachment to it, I think, and like that's just like a great era of the MCU as well, right? Like this is before like we start this we start this coming off of the great like introduction of the character with Civil War, which is, everyone's so hyped, such like a little like taste of the characters, and there's such a big build up going into. So I think there's just a lot of factors that really made it that much more special in my heart. And when I rewatch them, like I kind of remember those memories, like all the hype leading up to Far From Home, except for when you and I broke down that trailer and I was just venting and pissed off. But like even just like didn't love the Mysterio outcome, of course, in hindsight, but like how fucking hype was that when it's like Jake Gyllenhaal is Mysterio in a live action Spider-Man movie? Like the first time we see him with the fishbowl, like it looks so good. So there's a lot of reasons why it's still, and then of course No Way Home is just, but I agree with you. I think that's just a unicorn. Like that just stands in its own kind of realm of existence.
Like you need, of course, the other two Spider-Man to get you there, but it's so just by itself in a way where it's like it's tough. Like I can't even count that as like a buffer towards the trilogy. It's an odd spot, right? Because it's kind of the culmination of two other Spider-Mans, right? Like Toby's and Andrew's. So yeah, like watch them. No Way Home I know will hold up. I love that movie. I think they do a great job there. Obviously talk about some visuals, but overall character stuff, story stuff, they hold up. And Mike, I agree with you when you said, to be fair, Zendaya was still just out of Disney Channel when Homecoming was coming out. No one to use her strengths. That's why I did curtail and say in my pro and Homecoming was just the MJ reveal, not Zendaya. That's fine. It's more again as they continued on with that character. I don't think they used her the best, and I didn't like the gimmick of again like weird MJ that was kind of gothy, right? It's just like a weird trilogy. Like I don't know how. Like as far as a rate, I wouldn't give a number, but I would give it like a B to B minus, I think, because we watched Far From Home again last week, and I think that was maybe the third time I've seen it, and it's no way a bad movie. But me and Emily at the end of that one, because once the kids are gone, then we actually like talk like about what we think about movies, because we don't want to like, oh, that was shit, right? And then them not enjoy their time. There's a couple times when like the kids want to watch Harold and the Purple Crayon, we're like, we're not watching that. You can watch it with grandma. There's a couple times we do got to break the gimmick, like no, we don't think we like this. You guys watch it somewhere else. But with this, we just both looked at each other like, this is like a very like kind of just fine movie, right? Like Far From, like I actually took it down a score. I think I had it like a 7 and I took it down to a 6 because it was just fine. And again, and I'll give all the credit in the world to Brent. He's always pointing this out, but he's like when I first started talking to Brent and listen to his stuff, he was like, you can't watch the Captain America trilogy as a trilogy, right? Because look at Captain America. Captain America 1 happens, but then Winter Soldier's after Avengers, so you're missing that. And then Civil War. If you just watch Captain America movies, that's a fucking mess, right? So we wanted to, because the girls wanted to watch No Way Home, but then they said, oh, let's watch them all, because Ellie, Gwen, and Logan, my 3 oldest, I think they're all going to be going to the theaters to see this one. So let's get them caught up and everything. So watching the Holland movies, though, without the Avengers, Far From Home is just super fucking weird as well too. That's the other thing. Like if you're not watching it, like I feel like the MJ thing, in the moment it was great to have this direct follow up of what was the blip like and what was losing Tony Stark like. But in the Spider-Man world, it just feels like you're kind of wasting time a bit, because it's like, and it also sucks too, because when it's like, what was the blip like, we thought, oh, we're gonna get tons of that, right? They never really capitalized on that 5 years of the blip. So that's the problem, where I think it has aged. I think it's aged definitely worse than Maguire's. I know Spider-Man 3 exists, but I think the Maguire ones have gotten better, and these have aged. Where No Way Home, again, it's in its bottle. So for me, it's like a B minus. And Homecoming's like good, but I don't think it ever was, even when we reviewed it the first time, I don't consider that a great MCU movie. I think that's very much in like the B tier. So I don't think they ever hit the head on the nail with the single solo Spider-Man one. And I think with this one, they could. I'm expecting at least an 8 out of 10, which other than No Way Home, that'd be the highest Spider-Man like since the Tobey ones for me. So
crazy. What was I gonna say there? Well, just comparing like how the Raimi's age compared to the Watts trilogy, I guess. It's tough, right? Because you're kind of cursed by it being in the MCU, like
Absolutely.
the Raimi movies are a trilogy. There's no in between movies. There's no filler that you have to watch. There's no Disney Plus shows that you got to fill up on to figure out what villain is introduced or whatnot. That's just kind of the curse of the MCU overall. If you want to just watch the trilogy of Captain America or something like that,
it is like a big TV show a lot of times, right? And that's a good thing or bad thing. But like a lot of times TV shows, you can't just watch one episode in the middle of a season. You gotta watch the whole thing, right? And that's what these movies are, which is it's weird. So,
yep, no, for sure.
Yeah, and then Mike, you also asked, what was the tail end? It was with Raimi. You asked, how does it measure up to Raimi? No, nowhere near to me. Like I like the themes better there. I like the story, the visuals, the score as well, everything like that. Again, No Way Home stuff. And I know someone's gonna be like, well, those are the ones you grew up with, Trav. So of course you like those. Okay, sure. I think that's a bad strawman argument because I grew up with the Keaton movies and I don't put those at top, right? Like I grew up with Returns, Batman Robin, 89. I watched those all as I was a kid, and the Nolan trilogy is my Batman, right? Like that's the thing. And even then, I right now have a hard time deciding between what I like more with Dark Knight and the Batman. So I have multiple times to show you, oh no, there's a new version that's made current day, and I think that is better. I think the Raimi stuff just worked a lot better, but like Kirkman said, it had different things it had to do, right? Where it is tough when you're not watching. I bet Far From Home will hit a lot better if I ever do a full MCU rewatch again, right? But watching it just by itself, just plucked out, it doesn't work. So I think, but again, No Way Home that's a gift. No Way Home to me is the second best MCU movie. That's like a top 10er for enjoyment. And that's not just because nostalgia. They nailed it on the arc. They took big risks with even though the spell thing was dumb, they did that. They killed Aunt May. They did a few other things in there that I thought were really good and ballsy and just a bit more darker. Dafoe is fucking firing all cylinders in that movie. Like that's not just a nostalgia movie. Those do exist, but I don't think that's it. But again, that's just like, that can't uplift the whole trilogy, but again, it's not the worst because Amazing Spider-Man is fuck. We rewatched those. I took those down by a score too. We reviewed those within the podcast era, me, Kyle, and Dylan, and I think I gave like Amazing Spider-Man like a 7, and the second one like a 6 or something. I was like, and I looked at my letterbox. I'm like, these are too high. Like Andrew and Emma did so much heavy lifting. Yeah. It's ridiculous. Like, and I don't know if I can ever watch those movies really ever again, but like, it's tough because those two are so great in them together, right? So that's why you watch it. But
yeah, it has some good juice in there, but those are bad movies. Bad movies.
Yeah.
I mean, like for me, I wouldn't put any of the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies below a 9. Like I really, really enjoy all of them.
You said you wouldn't put any below a 9?
Yeah, I wouldn't put any of them below 9. Homecoming or Far From Home. I really
when have you seen Far From Home last, my friend?
Over the holidays, like Christmas time.
This year, you watch Far From Home when they go to fucking wherever, and the Gyllenhaal's there.
Man. London, man. Yeah,
London,
yeah,
and that's a 9.
I love it. I love that movie. Absolutely. What are you do? You gonna kick me out of the room? It's just you and I here.
Sitting with Antonio, man. I can't kick you.
It's all subjective. It's all subjective, right? Fuck, I forgot we had that one.
I almost deleted it, but it comes in handy every once in a while. Yeah.
Probably delete
so let's make this simple.
No, you gotta keep it. Christmas, it's good. It's good. You know.
Wait. Come here. I've got something to say.
We're gonna recreate that scene in a GV film. That's what we do. We're not gonna recreate great scenes from movies. We're gonna recreate bad ones and then make them good. You know. And Mike's completely right. The same with Guardians trilogy, Infinity War, and Endgame between 2 and 3. Yeah, you watch 2, and then 3 ends up with Gamora's dead. It's all like, but that's just the way it is. They just can't work those ways. Too. Can you?
Yeah. Well, just Quantumania, I guess. Ant-Man 1 and 2 are pretty. like there's just stuff going on around those movies, like not like Ant-Man 2. It's not really
Too
the ending,
safe.
I guess that has
Yeah.
consequences.
Yeah, the end credits. If you just stop at the end credits, but well,
Yeah.
right. I guess his daughter just ages all the way the fuck up. I forgot about that. Right, his daughter goes from 8-year-old to like a 18-year-old in between
in the
movies.
second movie.
No, in the third one,
Oh, in the
Quantum
third
right? Because the
movie,
blip
yeah.
happens, right?
Yeah.
So yeah,
Big
that's
change.
fucked up. Big change. You're so big.
Yeah.
You're GV big. There you go. Yeah, we'll be
What
cutting.
was I gonna say?
Oh, go ahead.
I still prefer the Raimi. I think I don't think I answered that question,
yeah.
but absolutely.
But how does that work? Because if those are all 9s, you're saying all the Holland ones are 9s. Surely Spider-Man 3 is not a 9, right?
Man, power nostalgia though. Like it's
fair.
that's my Spider-Man, and you make a good argument of like it's not just based around nostalgia because like Nolan's, a good example of a Batman that can supersede the nostalgia factor of the ones that we grew up on, but there's just so much extra to those movies beyond it just being a film or a comic book movie. Like I feel like there's just a culture around those movies too, like the memes, like it's just
Yes.
so quotable. Even people that aren't in like they don't follow the podcast or they don't listen to the comic book podcasts or anything like that. Like they still just understand the memes of that, and
They know that
it's
sound
a-
cue, like that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, 100%. And just Toby, like I don't know. I think it's just a generation type thing, and those movies really did that for myself. So
Yeah, and I also think like I know some people might agree or disagree because they put up Superman, like the Christopher Reeve one, which Kevin Feige. I don't know if it's true, but he says before every time they make a movie, they watch that movie. Some people might put up Batman's Begin, but I still put Maguire's first movie. That is the greatest superhero origin film in my time, or in my opinion. That's like I think they.
who do
did
people compare it to? Or
I'd say that people for origin films that usually comes up as like Christopher Reeve Superman or Batman Begins or like the hail that's like these are the two or one of them is one that. But for me, it's Toby Spider-Man. I think that's the perfect amount because Batman Begins also like takes a bit to get to Batman, and you might not scratch that itch because I remember. When I saw in school, I was all jazzed. And my teacher saw it, who likes Batman, reads Batman. He's like, "Yeah, the movie was better when he wasn't Batman." I was like, "Oh, that's a weird take," but that's how he felt, right? So, and Christopher Reeve's like, check out the feeds. We on Patreon we reviewed those. That's just a long movie, and I think the Tobey Maguire is like a perfect superhero origin movie that anybody that's doing it should watch that. And like this is how you do it. Yeah, of course, sure they skip all the high school years. Of course, you can't do everything, but to me, in that time, and then what you should base upon and improve upon, that's the movie right there. So.
yeah, no, I completely agree. I think it's a good just mixture of it all, and just paced well. Whereas Christopher Reeve that's an epic.
That is an epic, yeah. But again, that's also why someone might say that, right? Oh, it is an epic. Like that's why it is the movie, right? So,
yeah.
All right, so we got some more questions. We're going to be cutting the Pixar slate and what we've been watching because we spent an hour and a half on this trailer. And
I got one thing to say on what
Okay.
I've been watching, and it's not even what I've been watching, but
that's fine. And I'll take the edit on this one because I don't know if I'm at work tomorrow. So, what do you shout out? What have you been watching before we get into the Patreon questions?
I wanted to. It's not even what I've been watching, but one of Shay and I's favorite shows of all time, Star vs. the Forces of Evil, which I feel like actually maybe not. You have such a wide spread of children's ages. I feel like it's maybe not appropriate for the younger ones, but it's a kids show nonetheless. It's like I don't know how to gauge what's appropriate for children or whatnot. I mean, your kids watch Lord of the Rings, so who knows?
It's fine. Yeah, they watch Lord of the Rings. They're okay.
Anyways, we named our dog after a character in the show, Marco Diaz. We
Right.
absolutely. I see what you're doing in the video clips there, you
Ow.
sly dog.
I did nothing.
I got eyes everywhere.
Wait.
Right.
You muted me with your fucking video clips.
Oh, I didn't.
But anyways,
Right.
absolutely love the show. Seen it so many times. I happened to just pull up the cast list in here. It's fucking loaded. And the single greatest villain in the entire show, his name is Toffee, voiced by the great Michael C. Hall. Blew my mind.
Oh, really?
Blew
That's
my
cool.
mind. And he is
That's
such like a creepy demeanor to the way he speaks. Like he's just calm but like very intimidating. And when I saw young Dexter as the voice, it blew my mind. Absolutely just piqued the show more than it already was for me. So you're out of here.
No, you're just
showing
on
off
Michael
the
C.
image,
Hall.
I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
There you
Got
go.
a few.
But that was my one thing. I just discovered it today. I wanted to share it because
That's
we're
awesome.
Dexter, we're Michael C. Hall fans here. We're
yeah.
Dexter fans.
He's on my list of like I feel like all those directors
Come
have
back in here
those-
with me, or am I just talking to?
No, this is what you're gonna do. No, there's some of those directors that have people that they only use for their movies, and you don't see him much. Like Michael C. Hall is an actor I would use in so much. Man, I love Michael C. Hall.
Oh yeah.
Even despite
like-
Resurrection, the season 1, like love Michael C. Hall. He's a great talent.
And like he could be a different role in every
Yeah.
single project, but you just use him in everything because he's just amazing.
Yeah. Okay. So we got some, other than one, we got some questions that are adjacent to this, and then one that's just kind of randomly in there. But we love you, Maddie, so we'll do it now. And yeah, if you join Patreon on the $1 tier up, you can send in questions for Patreon. Actually, I think it's on the free tier now because we got other stuff on the $1 tier. So yeah, if you just join Patreon, even in the free tier, you get updates. And this, as I said earlier, that is the best way to listen. You've gone multiple ads already in this episode. You could not get a single ad in this episode. If you listen to that, you could go listen to all our retrospectives. Next week we're dropping the Punisher 2004 retro. We got originals episode coming up that we just recorded, which was really good, talking about some of our filming, talking about Taylor's film history or family history, talking about getting old and some of the just dumb injuries we've had lately, just by the age of 30. So that's a really good time. And then we got Resident Evil retrospectives, hot and firing going. And then there is, what did we record for? Oh my God, I can't remember what we recorded for the producers, or did we not do that yet? I can't remember what we have or
We
not.
got something coming up.
Oh no, we already
tonight,
did that. That was
Disdain.
bread and butter. We did that earlier. So we got some tonight?
No, I said we got something coming up to my great disdain.
Oh, okay. I thought I was like, what
puppet
cast is
show.
after this? Fuck. Oh yeah, well, we're happy. Become a Patreon producer. Pick your film. John, I'm happy you picked Dark Crystal. Kirkland, he's scared though. But thank you to our Patreon producers: Aaron Braden, April Darkness, Jack Grant, Superbad Mike, Godless69, aka Norm Reyes, Vetus, Hidalgo, yeah, Lenny Kravitz, Cocktail Clay, John O.H., and Sam Green, and John M. List is getting long, so we very much appreciate all your support. We thank you. Lots of good stuff in the feed. Project Hail Mary review. The spoilers review will drop on Friday. Dylan Kirkland did side quest. I saw you beat Elden Ring. Congrats, sir.
Hell yeah!
You almost made me boot it up, and I was like, I don't have time for this because I've never beat it. I think I'm like 70%, but that's a game that I just put down.
I
and
thought
then
you
one day-
beat it the whole time until Dylan told me that, and I'm like, this whole time Travis has just been chirping me. But yeah,
Well, because you never finished. You haven't finished Death Stranding, so which is a better game.
It's fair. You still have that one over me.
But that's one where like I said, I put down. They came back into it. I'm like, I'm not ready for this right now. Like, because you got to be really.
It's a hard
dialed
one to
in.
come back to months later.
It is, and
like,
that kind of
no
deterred
quest
me.
markers. You're like, I don't even know where the fuck I have to do.
Yeah,
or
like
anything.
because, and I remember I was going hard and playing all the time, and then just life happened. I think it was maybe around the time when the kids was born, and like I think it was Ellie when I was still playing it, and then I just put it down. And then when I came back, it almost like I felt like it was weird. Like I was, like I said, I'm thinking 70% of the way. I was beating bosses, doing stuff, like not doing stuff that Travis in the past be like, wow, Travis, like you're actually killing these Dark Souls bosses, good for you. And then playing it after months of not touching, I felt like that of like, I don't know what to fucking do. Like, it almost felt like I should start over, but I don't want to do that because that's a long way.
That's a hard one to restart.
Yeah, so we'll see. I'm Kirkland. Where should I do on this? I was talking with this Taylor. I'm very conflicted. The Crimson Desert reviews came out today, and I said,
Are they still at 77?
let me take a look here because I said 78 was like my barometer. It's 78 right now, but it's tough because it's like. The reviews I've seen are very polarizing as far as it feels like the people that love it, and other people are like, no one's saying it's a bad game, but very much like it does a bunch of stuff, but none of it that well. It's like, oh, you've seen that. It's just like, it's nothing new to the wheel. It's just all stuff in the wheel. So it's just tough because again, like games cost $100. This isn't a short game. It's one of those like Breath of the Wild, Elder Scrolls, like go explore everything. And it's like,
yeah.
I'm just so torn on, just so torn if I do this. So that's where I was like, do I just not do that? And I do actually make a play for Elden Ring, or I do something with the backlog because in May, Lego and Bond's coming out. So that's already around the corner too, right? So it's like, I don't know. I got till tomorrow to decide, but I haven't decided on what I want to do with this because what if I'm in that camp where I just dropped $100? I'm like, this game's like all right, So
yeah.
And Dylan's not getting it.
It's like
right?
It's out tomorrow.
It's
at like
tomorrow.
9?
Yeah, at 9. So
or in the day, like early.
No, it's 9, you know? So, and that's the thing that I'm
okay.
kind of agree with
You're not
Taylor of like, if it's 77, 78, and it's like, is that game just not going to drop on sale in like 6 months from now? Like,
Yeah, it
I don't
definitely
know.
would.
Yeah, so.
I think you could wait unless you're. I'm also just on myself trying to be a lot more strict on like what I'm purchasing. Like still haven't even gotten Ghost of Yotai, right? Like I felt like
Me too. Yeah.
Time, all
Even
of
with
us were
Legends
gonna be getting that,
dropping.
like day one. Yeah, exactly. But it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I still have things that I can play to like. I now
that I want
I've had
to play
the DLC
too,
the whole time on Elden Ring. It's like, well, I have that, but I'm so scared to go in there because I've heard it's just so much harder than the actual base game. And Lord help me, that definitely took some years off my life. But
yeah, I've heard that. I've also thought about the Elden Ring. Do I just keep it like a summer love? And I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna leave it where it is. You know, there was like one time I had a fling with when I was younger, someone I met while camping, and they were in the Okanagan for just that summer, and then they moved back to Edmonton, and, like never came back, and that was fun. Like we were younger, and that's what it all was. And it's like, was that Elden Ring for me? Was just I'll never go back to Souls game again, and just that year was like a summer fling.
I think
and
you
then
will.
It's like,
I think you'll get hyped on the movie. Hopefully the
that's
movie's
true.
good.
That might be it. Actually, you're right. That might actually be. I think you've made the decision for me. I think I'm going to table until that movie comes out, because then that'll give me a reason to get back into it. Watch the movie never come out, and I'm like, fuck. But yeah, there's still stuff. Like and then again, I went back and I was so hyped on Resident Evil 9. I'll talk about on SideQuest. I went back to play Resident Evil 2. You know, like that's how hyped I was. And there's still stuff,
though, right?
Oh, I've been it twice.
Yeah.
But I was just like, I want to go back. I want to do this shit again, you know? So there's lots of stuff. But yeah, so I don't know. We'll see what I'm talking about on SideQuest, but lots of good stuff on the feeds. Maddie asks, how would you rank these projects in terms of your hype level as of today? He put up Doomsday, Dune 3, Spider-Man, and the Odyssey. For a little Maddie verbiage here, he put, I voted Doomsday as my most anticipated for Golden Geeks, so might be recency bias, but man, fresh off that Dune 3 trailer, I think Dune's taking this top spot for me. Don't need to see a single frame more. With that said, I will likely see Doomsday first due to fear of spoilers. That's a good point. We'll talk about Dune in just a second here, so it's a good transition kind of, even though Maddie, your next question is going to bugger us up, but that's okay. Where rank those projects right now? Doomsday, Dune 3, Spider-Man, and the Odyssey.
Yeah. Man, it's a tricky one. I'm gonna have to go Spidey number 1.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to go Spidey number 1, and then I'll go. Sorry, what was the fourth after Odyssey and Dune?
Doomsday, Avengers.
Oh fuck, Avengers too, man.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go Spidey, Dune, Doomsday, and then Odyssey, purely on the fact that I just got 2 trailers for those top 2 on my list, so that's like fresh in the mind, right?
Are you fucking kidding me?
This is going to become a solo person cast. It really is. My Odyssey last. Odyssey below Doomsday is criminal, Kirkland. That's
okay, fine. I'll swap those.
Criminal.
Those. Fair enough. I'll go Odyssey 3rd, then Doomsday 4th. I don't know if that makes it better or worse. I mean, I'm still under the impression Dune is just not coming out this year. I'm just kind of willing that into
even with the trailer dating it this week.
Fuck yeah, I guess you got a good point.
Like they could do anything, right?
But
like
I
just feel like that.
Maybe I'm losing that argument.
Me too. I didn't put in the Mike when he did the box office draft. Me and Mike both didn't put in our top 10 because I thought they would move. But the fact also you can move anything, right? We've covered before. I can't remember which movie it was. Remember there was a movie that dropped a trailer and then a week after I think it was like X-Men Apocalypse. They like delayed the movie even though it had a date, so they can easily do that. I just felt like that was like nah, we're not scared. We're still gonna come out, you know. And like I was like. All right, there's a good article too that I think Hollywood Reporter put out that like even the industry is very divided because theater people are like, actually this could be really great because we want big theaters, we want people to come in and see stuff. But then there's other people like they could hurt each other. People that are like they could fuck over Jumanji, which is the week before, which people might be like, I'm not seeing Jumanji if I'm here because again, these are gonna be I'm gonna say let's just round up say they're just both 3-hour movies. So with that. Before we continue, Mike says play Expedition 33. Absolutely. That's another one. Same thing. Go. Cyberpunk is coming to Xbox Games Pass this month. I've always wanted to try it, right? So that's why it's like there's so many other great games. So and it'd be different if I wasn't buying a lot of new games to review for SideQuest this year, but it's like I did Rez, I'm doing Bond, I'm doing Batman, I'll be on GTA, I'll be on other stuff. So go ahead.
Do you have PlayStation Plus? Do you have access
of course,
to that?
Yeah. I got the premium
Space
Plus,
Marine 2 just came to the monthly games, and that's like an online co-op. We gotta jump in there. We can force Taylor into it, like Arc's whatever the fuck.
We will. If we play, he'll go. He'll just fucking fall asleep. He'll just tell me, "Oh, Travis, don't worry, I'll be on in 5 minutes." 45 minutes later, Travis sitting sitting there with his dick in his hands. Could have been getting laid, but no, I'm sitting here waiting for Ted. It's like, okay, cool. But no, Mike, I do want to play because I've heard such great things about it. But both those movies are gonna be 3 hours, right? So that's 6 hours right there.
Yeah.
Previews are usually, we'll say just for us, are about 14 minutes. So that's a half an hour each. So that's 3.5 travel time. You're looking at, because what did I get to? I got to 6.5, 7. So you're looking what? Pretty much between, depending where you live, unless you live right across the theater, and you might get you're going to show up early, get popcorn, because that's going to be time where Kirkland, you can't show up at screen time, because that's going to be a busy night. If people are there for Dune and Doomsday, that's going to be a very busy night. So that's going to, say that's an 8-hour venture at the theaters. I've said this before. I'm completely fine as a moviegoer, and we always are honest with you guys. As a podcaster, that fucks us over so much monetization-wise. I'm not even joking because of SEO and stuff, because what happens is when people search for our podcast or the Doomsday review, it's going to be there. But if we have to, because we will review Doomsday, like Maddie said, for spoilers first. My ideal world is I hope it could line up where we should probably talk when we get closer. We all need to take the Friday off. We see these movies, we review them, we put the Dune review up first, and then Doomsday. Because Doomsday, whatever people think, will do bigger, right? But the problem with a lot of algorithms on Apple and Spotify, I'm not so much sure on YouTube, but when people search for the Doomsday one and they see Geek First, they'll click on it. But the first episode it'll show is Dune. So lots of people just go, oh, well, they didn't actually review that. So then they move along, right? You want it. And that's why before fucking celebrity podcasters took over the podcast charts, we used to chart all the time. Like our Infinity War and Endgame reviews at one point were like 5 for just like a couple days or even the week. But like top 5th review, TV and Apple podcasts in America, just that episode, right? Not the whole podcast, but just that episode, because it could see it right away. So that's where my fear is. We're gonna get shit screen times. We're gonna have to review Doomsday on Thursday, then we have to do Dune on Friday, and it hurts both those, right? And even then, they could be right. I don't know if it's gonna have. I think I'm more on the side, and I think we're gonna talk about this for the next year. I am on more the side that I don't think it's like a Barbenheimer. I think with Barbenheimer, those movies were different, and that was kind of a fun you have the dark, depressing, almost biopic documentary of the bomb and Oppenheimer, but then it's then you have a fun time with Barbie and the gang. I feel like both Doomsday and Dune are going to be, I'm not saying quality, I'm saying just similar themes of really bad stuff happening to characters because it's like a big war, right? Even Doomsday, it might not be a war, but it's going to be Dr. Doom. He's going to fuck some shit up, right? So I don't know. I hope they move, but there's been more, I guess that report on Deadline was, or I think it's Hollywood Report, that more industry people within, or they're like, oh yeah, no, there's both those movies are staying. No one's moving. It's that's a big, and don't get me wrong, as a box office guy though, I'm fascinated to see how that goes for those two, right? And again, what if that happens where either one, if one of them reviews a little poorer, or if they're, God forbid, one's rotten, because all I've heard is Dune Messiah is a fucking weird book. Have you heard that before, right? People say the third one gets all weird and everything.
Hidalgo is currently reading it right now, and he sends me some screenshots of some of the pages and quotes that are in there. Yeah. It's fucking weird.
So what if there's a chance that movie comes out and it is weird for the general audience, and it becomes I don't really not my Dune. I don't really enjoy it, right? It's not the same thing, but look at Wicked to Wicked Part 2, right? The big thing that big group of people, they didn't show up for that. So if, let's say, Dune 2 reviews even slightly negatively, and now it's competing with Doomsday, you'll get a bunch of people well, I already saw a 3-hour movie. I've heard people say Dune 3 is kind of weird or not the greatest. I'll wait till home. Where if Dune's alone, it's well, I'll go see Dune because there's nothing else. But when you have Downey and Evans, I don't know if it's going to play the same, or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe people are just they make an event. They sign up that day and they're we're going to go see, we're taking 10 to 8 hours a day. We're seeing both these movies. We're getting a group of friends together, and maybe they are. I don't know how things go. How are you feeling about that right now? If it's seeming, if they do stay long-term formcast, you think that's good for them, bad for them, in the middle? Where's that going for you? And then Maddie, I'll answer your question after.
Yeah, I never thought it was a good idea to begin with. That's why I was always kind of just saying that Dune was going to move. I still kind of feel that, even though the date is in the trailer.
Not Doomsday. You never think Doomsday could move?
I thought, I just feel like that's the bigger one. So the bigger one, therefore, would be the heaviest. So therefore, the heaviest object would move the hardest.
Yeah, and they got other shit they got to do too, right? Like we got to get X-Men going. We got to get with Dune 3. It's like it's gonna be the end, even though there's more books. They're marketing this as the epic conclusion. Marvel still has to worry about like, well, we got Spider-Man 5 and Fantastic Four. We got to get in production, right? So
yeah. I mean, you make up some really good points about just the logistics of general audience seeing these particular projects, and like the fact that Barbie and Oppenheimer are so different. I think that's why it works so well. But these are pretty adjacent type films.
Same Venn diagram to me of people.
There's action in it. So
Florence Pugh,
yeah.
Big day for her, man.
She's killing it that day, absolutely, which she deserves because she's amazing, obviously.
Oh yeah. P-boys.
But yeah, I would be down to take the Friday off. We'll pitch it to the boys.
I know you're a tough one.
I know you have the sick days, so you can fucking.
I would
take
never.
however many days.
I would never use those.
I'm just saying you'll probably be feeling sick around that time, so then you'll be forced to actually take a sick day.
Of course, 8 hours in the theaters against people throwing up popcorn on me and stuff. But like, no, hopefully Taylor would, or like I said, I hope the screenings are early enough that. And that's what I hope the theaters do. If they're going to do this, be savvy. Have the theaters open up, because usually they only do that in the summer or during like holidays where it's like, oh yeah, showings can start at like 2 or 4. Don't give me like, first showings at 7. It's like, because I also don't want to go see Dune. Like, because I'm with Maddie, I would say Doomsday first because of spoilers, right? I think with Dune, the book being out, it's like, if I get spoiled, it's going to be like before then. Where Doomsday, that's going to be a mad dash to stay away from everything, right? Chats, YouTubes, etc. So, but do I really want to go see Dune at like 9:45 or 10? Not really. Like after, like, I don't know. So I will. Like, if the screenings are early, I have no problem seeing them both back to back. I love doing double features. I just don't want that long one. But so, Maddie, you asked for hype. You didn't ask for. I know it's different. I know it sounds dumb, but for anticipation. When I anticipate something, that's like, I really like this Doomsday thing. Like, oh, I want to see how this goes. When you ask me by hype, that's a different list, because I am technically more anticipated for Doomsday than Spider-Man, because I think I just want to see what the mess Doomsday could be or how they pull off the Hail Mary, right? But for my hype levels, it goes Odyssey. It's tough. So it's definitely, the bottom two is definitely Spider-Man and Doomsday. I'd have Doomsday laugh because my hype is not there for Doomsday right now. I'm sure it will be as we get there. I'm excited to see all those returning characters. And once the marketing starts, great. But Odyssey's tough versus Dune 3, because Odyssey is done by Nolan, who to me is the GOAT. And I love almost all his films. And I think we're going to get something special, where Dune 2 to me is one of the greatest movies of all time, and this is the follow-up to it, right? So Nolan's made a couple of those to me, but this isn't like a sequel to that. I think the reason I give the Odyssey the edge is because when people tell me, oh, like Doom Messiah is weird, that's where it's like, what if that doesn't transfer on screen, right? Like, what if there is some issues with making that into a film that could still probably only be 3 hours? So I would go Odyssey, Dune 3, because I think Dune 3 has a bigger chance to stumble. I'm not saying they will. I trust Denis, but I'm just saying, if you were to ask me, hey, if Kirkland was a fortune teller and he's like, hey, one of these movies ends up rotten, is it Dune 3 or Odyssey? I'm taking Dune 3 every time. I don't think Odyssey's going to be rotten, in my opinion. I think Dune 3 could take some big swings that people are like, fuck, like they did what with the worm? Like, I don't think I want to do anything with that. And yeah, Spider-Man, then Doomsday. Spider-Man, like, I'm not like, I'm hyped for, but I'm still cautiously, I'm more hyped now after this trailer. I'm very excited for Berthnall, though. That's what I'm very excited for, to get Punisher in there. So I got to see more of it, but the suit, the shots, looking very forward to that. And then Maddie asked, Pattinson recently said in an interview that Batman 2 will take some big swings and be very different from the first film. Any quick takes as to what he could be referring to? Also, random stat, pretty wild how Pattinson and Zendaya have 3 movies together coming out this year. It is crazy because they got the drama, they got Odyssey because she's in Odyssey, and then they got Dune 3. So that is funny how that all worked out. Because I remember Zendaya said that, I think she said like they had never even met before, and now they work together like 3 times in a row. So hopefully it's good. We're gonna talk about Dune in a second here, but it's tough. Like I do think with how long the Batman's taken, and with Matt Reeves, I think there probably is big swings. I feel like, of course, the actor's gonna say that, right? Like, he's contractually obligated to do this movie, so if they ask him, I don't think he's gonna be like, yeah, Matt really phoned this one in. Like, we waited this long time. Yeah, we waited so long, and Matt really fucking shit the bed. You know, like, remember when James Gunn became the DC head and said Flash was one of the greatest superhero movies all time? So that's where it's like, I can only take it so far. I think to me, what I've always said, and I still stand by this, the biggest swing would be that they're gonna gender swap Two-Face, and it's not gonna be Dent, it's gonna be ScarJo, because ScarJo's playing his wife, and that's what because even Matt Reeves and Matt Thompson's like, oh, we're doing something with the villain that's never been done before. Again, could that just be bullshit and it's just Two-Face, and it's just like, well, our version of Two-Face never been done, sure, but I think a big swing, because I think Passon, who I think is a fan of the comic books, would know reading that, making Two-Face a woman this time, that is a big swing, and there's gonna be some people not like happy with that. So I feel like that's just a big swing I can think of off the bat. I don't know about other stuff. I hope it's not too different, because when you said it's very different, I hope not. Like, I do want more, like, not just the same movie, but like I want more of the Batman. So I don't want to be
super
like
upbeat. He's like not depressed anymore.
I don't want to be radically different. I want to just be more of the same with some new story, and of course some variations, right? But yeah, that's what my prediction is something with the film. But you got anything there, Kirk?
Yeah.
What you think would be a big swing?
I mean, my mind just goes to like a more, I guess, less grounded type of villain. Like, you know, Batman does have some freak shows that he faces off with, right?
Yeah.
Clay faces of the world. What's that like undead guy that like can't die at all?
Solomon Grundy died on a Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not saying we're getting this guy in this movie, but like that's a freak show type villain that would be very different than what we've seen with like Paul Dano's. But I think kind of what you're pitching is probably the more likely situation of just like a different rendition of the character. The Cape Crusader, man, I love the different versions of the villains that we saw in that with Harley Quinn. That was so awesome. The gender swapped Penguin, that was really, really fun, and just a fresh coat of paint, right, on a character we've seen so many times before. And I mean, I'm sure there's people that hate that for stupid ass reasons.
Yeah.
But it is fun for me, and I feel like majority of people
Go
would
outside,
really vibe with that.
get some air.
Yeah,
it's like the people
100%.
this week, like I like luckily no one in our Discord, like people were saying it was stupid, but no one made a big deal of it. But people, when I was searching clips and seeing stuff, were just losing their mind at these 2-second clips of the trailer. Like, I can't believe Sony would do this. This is such a stupid way to do it. Like, they're just killing their momentum. Just release the trailer. It's just like, no, you know why? Because what happened? My sister texted me today, like, hey, is this Spider-Man trailer out? Yeah. Like, can you send me a link so I know it's the right one? Here it is. That's how the GA does this, man. They're not fucking online being like, there's 2 seconds. Like, whenever I got mad at the Avengers in the chair thing, it's like, no one really gives a fuck, you know? Like, no one really, like, real people give a fuck. There's just so much fake outrage. Same thing, like, you probably didn't listen to the Strauss story, but I ranted about the whole Timothy Chalamet and the ballet thing. It's like,
I did watch that, actually.
Okay.
I liked it on Instagram. You should have noticed me.
I don't really check I tried not to check on, I go on social media. I've always said this during sports and wrestling, because that's when social media is the best, when shit's popping off. And then when I'm collecting like news before our newscast trustworthy, just in case I miss something. But yeah, it's just like, who's actively like at home getting mad about like what Timothy Chalamet said with the ballet? Like, even if you disagree with him, it's like, who's getting mad about it? You know, and I respect, at least like it was dumb, but I at least respected Doja Cat for being like, yeah, I kind of just did it for like, she like blasted him. And then like 2 days later, she's like, you know what? That was dumb. I just kind of did it for the engagement. And like, I apologize for that. It's like, and that's why, again, you never know with social media, right? Are these people actually upset or that? So same thing. If Harvey Dent is a woman, you know, I'm going to go, oh, cool. It's ScarJo. Let's see what happens. I've always said before, I would fucking love a female Joker. Like, we have so many, again, even with Two-Face, it's like, I know some people be mad. It's like, you got Tommy Lee Jones, not D Jones. Tommy
D.
That's what his wife calls him, Tommy D Jones. But Tommy Lee Jones, you got Aaron Eckhart. There's countless of animation adaptations. It's like, sure, make it a woman. I'm not gonna care. Like, all I'm gonna care is if the story sucks. If the story sucks, I'm like, man, this, like, if she burns herself and she's like, I'm doing this because I'm a woman, yeah, I'm gonna say, well, that fucking sucked. I don't know why they did that, because she just said she's a woman, that's why she's Two-Face. Like, they gotta do something so outrageous. So I don't know. I hope the big swing's not Robin. That's my other thing too. I don't want fucking Robin in this movie at all. That comes from someone that named one of their kids after Dick Grayson. I do not want not here. I won't pass him.
Dick. How do I not know this?
Richard, after Dylan's dad as well. No, Grayson, Ellie Grayson. Ellie Grayson. Okay. Ellie's middle name is Grayson.
I'm like, you have a son? What?
I got him
a
for
sixth
second.
was born.
Yeah, we don't like him. That's why you guys haven't met him. He hasn't shown his true quality yet.
He hangs out with Tony while we're over.
Yeah. You think less of me, Father. I do. Man, that guy's so good.
You wish it was me that died.
Yeah.
Instead of Boromir.
And I have no dead kids.
I do wish this. Yeah.
I just wish you died, period.
Eating your tomatoes.
Now to transition us over here. This might be the longest just 2-man weekly geek ever. My God, we'll power through some of these. Clay asked, with the arrival of Dune 3 trailer, which we're going to talk about, would any of you try spice from Dune? If getting hooked on a hallucinogenic drug meant the gift of foresight, would you get hooked on that drug? I think I know your. Or he said, Taylor, I think I know your answer, which he's not here, but he didn't need to be. We know he would be one the gift of foresight. But what would you? Would you be fucking with drugs that give you the gift of foresight?
Yeah, this is a very like, am I in this world? Like we're following the Dune rules. This is we got Arrakis, we got all of this. Is that how this works, or it's just in
He didn't
Kelowna,
specify.
BC?
He just said,
spice.
Would any of you try the spice from Dune? If getting hooked, he never said if you were there. So I'm just assuming that Ned Leeds from Spider-Man selling the spice from Dune, and you can buy it from him. Let's say it's legal too. Let's say it's illegal.
They don't really say it's like they don't really talk. Again, I mean, the books might, but they don't really get into the nitty gritty of like the permanent health issues that might come with it. Like, do you get lung cancer from huffing some spice? I'm sure it can't be good because it's not natural, but it's natural to the planet of Arrakis. But like, I'm also not from that planet, so it might have some harsh. Taking all those factors out of it, and let's just say
there's really worried. Kirkland, not an avid drug user, as you tell.
There's a very just random at a party. Somebody hands me something. They say, "Hey, hit this. This is some spice from Dune." I feel like I'd be interested. I feel like I would try it. Yeah, why not? No. I know your answer. You're clean cut. You're boring.
No, there's two ways. There's two ways. Not boring. It's called health. I got the okay. Fucking Alaska pipeline.
Hall monitor over here. This guy.
I got the Alaska pipeline.
I'm better than everyone.
Look at that shoulder. You see Tom Holland had that shoulder? Look at that shoulder. That's the fucking straight edge. No, I'm straight edge.
I got 480p.
I've been straight edge for my entire life. Not had a drop of liquor, cigarette, anything like that. Bunch of different reasons, health reasons, growing up with people. A bunch of people always tell me I was going to do it because I grew up in high school. It was very people doing fucking cocaine in high school and just very druggy of like, you'll do it eventually. Even my father-in-law has been like, oh, he'll drink one day. Don't worry. It's like, no, like you people don't get me.
Worry. Don't worry. You'll get past this phase.
Yeah, he's going to be fucking plaster when you marry him. You won't even know. That's how I got the fuck. It's no, again, and I'm not one of those like, don't do it. I'm more of that on fucking religion. I don't care what you put in your body. I'm putting my own stuff in my body. So taking that aside though, and I think like I've always said, like if I ever get the diagnosis of like the Walter White like lung cancer 6 months, that's when I'm like, all right, give me that cocaine, give me that weed, like then I'll try some like rum. I love the smell of rum. The smell of rum, real
interesting.
Good. Oh yeah,
the smell isn't usually what people enjoy about that.
Where beer though, like anytime, even like and that's what's cool now is with non-alcoholic stuff. I can have people try that and be like, what does this taste similar? And when people like, I think last time we had our summer get together, like Kyle had someone had the zeros. I can't remember if it was you or Kyle, but someone had the Corona zeros, and I tried one of those, and someone said, oh, they're just like that. I'm like, well, these fucking suck. Like I don't think I'd be a beer guy.
Did you have a lime in it?
No, I didn't. That probably would have helped. That probably would have helped. Yeah. Or my dad was a big beer guy. He doesn't drink anymore now either, but like he was a big beer guy. And that's the thing but this is a different question, right? This is not to me like a drug. This is like the aspect of like you get the gift of foresight thing. I think that's interesting. I always would love to have some sort of power. There was a point in my life, Kirkland, that I did want to look into some voodoo in New Orleans. I decided not to touch the stuff, but I did want to look into getting that culture and see what's going on. I think gift of foresight though, I don't know if I want to mess with that. I think it's that chicken egg scenarios. You see something, if I see myself pushing Kirkland down the stairs, is that always going to happen? Or do we make events that happen to me to push Kirkland down the stairs, right? I think that's the thing. Like, same thing. If I knew the day I die, that could be great because you could plan for that, have everything ducks in a row. No, okay, I got 25 years. I got to do this, and this prior towards what is like important. But at the same time, that would fuck with you. You would think about it. That could make you sad, depressed. So I think foresight, that's the problem where there's an aspect of me that would like that, but I feel like it's just you see one bad vision and you're just fucked. And then I feel like you go down that rabbit hole if you're just trying to get more visions. So like, context, what's going on or what's led up to that, and just like you just never know. So I'm not like a everything in life happens for a reason type of guy, but I am kind of there's some odd coincidences in life where if you don't turn, I think I believe more in almost the multiverse aspect of, because there's just too many scenarios, right? Me and Emily have talked about this before because we have different What's your definition of a soulmate, Kirkland?
What's my definition of a soulmate?
Yeah, because me and Emily have different definitions. That's how we figured out we were talking about.
I don't think it's a one of one thing, like some people might.
Me either.
Define that? Okay.
But she just thought soulmate meant with the person you spent your whole life with. Like if you met them and like, oh, that's my soulmate. Like you become the soulmate. Where I feel like to me, soulmate's always been there's only one person out there forever. Like you're not going to find.
That's your definition.
Yeah, to me, so not my definition. What I've always took it as is that's like it's fate. You've met this person. Where for me, it's like if I didn't end up homeless in the Yukon, which you could say is fate, but like I don't apply at Best Buy and then I don't meet Emily. If the Yukon job never goes away, I could never even meet Emily because she lived in Vernon, a different city, right? So that's where it's like, It's hard for me to believe that like no matter what we'd always met. And I think it's always arrogant for me to be like, oh, there's no one else in this world, 8 billion people that Emily could have met and been like fell in love with or married and everything, right? So that's why I don't believe in that sense of like a soulmate where there's someone out there that you're going to find that's your destiny to get that person, right? Because you take a left, your life lane changes.
Yeah, but like in this adventure that is your life, you took all those paths to lead you to here. So then you can make the argument that, well, then that is your soulmate because all of your That's decisions, true. Although,
I like to think it's free will though. It just happened. I wasn't destined to find her.
I come with like a mixed mind of like, I think things do happen for a reason, but I think you still have to put yourself in those situations to like really get the wheel moving. But like, man, the universe just does things. Like sometimes,
yes,
I feel like I don't like most of the coincidences probably happen, but like most of the time, I feel like there's just things at play. Who knows? Maybe
there
it's
is
the
stuff
Watchers.
that
Maybe there's yeah.
Well, and that's where
my mind is.
Well, and that's where it comes with the whole like dreams and deja vu. That shit fucks me up too all the time. It's like, why am I having this? That doesn't make any sense.
Absolutely, especially when it's like I know
me.
for a fact I've never been in this situation before, but it's like to a T, everything is happening. Yeah,
the whole Matrix thing. So that's why, not even the drugs thing. I just wouldn't take because I think the gift of foresight. There's too much that could mess with you. I guess I'm not that type of person. And I think you'd have to ask me at different times, I guess, right? Maybe if I was single, no family, kids, it'd be different. But like Lady Jessica in Dune, she has that power to take that in. I don't know if I could, I think even then, I don't know if I want to hear people's prophecies, right? Like, I don't know if I want that power to see a bunch of futures, even my own, and then try to not tinker with that. Because I feel like that would mess you up no matter what you saw. If you saw the person you got married to or your death or some big event, I think that would change things in your life. So
it absolutely would.
Yeah.
Yes. But I'm curious. I would try it. I would take a hit of that.
I'm curious. Dune 3. What do you think of this trailer, Kirkland?
Yeah, man, this one is fucking hyped. I am very blind on this one. I haven't looked at the posters. Hidalgo told me not to. He says that there's a pretty decent spoiler in the posters. He was getting pretty heated about it.
There is one, yeah. I learned about it because of that. I was like, why does this look like that? But
I see. Yeah, but so I haven't
seen. I couldn't believe they showed this poster.
I knew you were gonna pull some up like that, you bastard. But we're gonna have to blur that for the YouTube. We're gonna get pulled.
I've done it before. It hasn't happened yet, so I think it's so far away. You gotta look at the video for that.
Yeah. But no, it's still just so hype. I love the first movie. The second movie was like even better of an experience. I feel like at that time too, I like rewatched the first one, so I kind of understood a little bit more about what was going on. Compared to somebody that reads the book, I'm still just blind going into this. But holy fuck, like the cast, come on, we got Muad'Dib, Paul Atreides, like Anya Taylor's in here now, like all of the pieces in here. Denis, like this is gonna be another 10 out of 10. I think if it's not, it's gonna be a really really upsetting.
Well, for us at least,
time for me. Yeah,
we're gonna have to relive this fucking Golden Geek single 2000.
You got to be there with me, next time for the
on the review. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
It was tough alone defending between those two, but this trailer was so hype. What was I gonna say? You killed my train of thought.
You're talking about people being back. Momoa's back.
Oh, yeah, Momoa's back. Seems like there's gonna be a big clash between Paul and Chani. I think that was her name.
I was curious.
The last shot.
Yeah, that's what's very interesting, right? I love when he's like, "Oh, I'm prepared to die, just not today," and that's where I don't know when they're in the tent at the beginning of this trailer, and he's like holding her. Do you think are they having an affair throughout? Because I think they've said this takes place 17 years after Dune 2, which is crazy. Because like I know they're gonna put some makeup on these people, but like Timmy did not look 17 years old, or like you gotta do some more makeup. But like, do you think those are times in between that they were maybe having an affair? Because like he marries Florence Pugh, and then because they were in love, right? But he kind of did like as a power play to marry Florence Pugh, right? Kind of unite the families. Do you think they were having an affair in that time? Do you think that's a flashback to when they were together and talking with their children, or do you think that's like a dream, like when they do have those visions and sometimes they come true and sometimes they don't, right? Because they showed even in Dune 1 there was visions, that guy that he killed, remember at the end of the movie when he kills that guy, he is having visions the whole time about him, like that guy taking him under his wing and like training him and everything, right? So it's like that's what I'm curious about. I think I lean towards their visions maybe, but I could see them maybe having an affair in that time too, right? Because 17 years, I don't know how much him and Pew love each other. So what do you take from that when they were in the tent there?
Yeah, I mean, it had just the whole feel of those those trippy dream sequences of like this is like a future that didn't really happen or might happen, or something like that. Like we've seen like the comparison that you brought up. 17 years, like that I didn't know about that long of a time gap. I assume there was one, especially like thinking about who Anya's character is.
Yes. She was a fetus in the last movie, now she's a grown woman.
Yeah, exactly. Who I guess she's supposed to be 17 years old in this, even though like she's probably older than Timmy, like in real life.
It's like Florence Pugh fucking playing a 10-year-old and Little Women all over again. All right, we'll go with it. I guess I just say it's space magic. They age differently on Arrakis and everything. So
for sure, I think you might be right about the. I'm not saying that's your theory or if you believe that, but just some people have been saying that.
I think that's what I lean to.
Possibility. That's what you lean to.
There's some sort of, but it's weird. Like to me, he's always having visions about the future, right? So I don't think he'd be having visions about the past. It's already changed, right? So I don't know.
And also, like Paul, from the last act of the second movie when he drinks the blue stuff, compared to where he was any other period of the Dune adventure, like he's just such a different person now from that point on.
Yes.
And I think he's going to be even more extreme in this third movie, even more like tyrannical and like probably seem like a villain. He's like talking in absolutes. Only a Sith speaks in absolutes. Like
I was gonna say, very Anakin if he were to defeat the Emperor type of vibe,
Yeah, and I think that's going to be felt. Like he's going to be really cold compared to what we've seen in the past, and I think that goes against what we saw of that scene in the tent. And even if it is like an earlier memory compared to where he was when he's got the fucking Slim Shady shaved head and his face tat and looking all mean, looking at the camera
at the end of this trailer. I missed that.
He's got a little something under his eyebrow.
I thought it was
just
like
a teardrop, but it's.
I thought it was just like a scratch.
It's like a tattoo. It looks permanent.
Really? I thought it was just a scratch.
Take a look at that.
I don't think that's permanent.
Well, take a look and let me know what you think. But yeah. So comparing where he was at the end of the last movie as well as kind of what's shown here, it seems to kind of clash with that tent sequence for me. Like it doesn't seem like that's something that he would really be doing. Even though at the end of the last movie, like he still felt like there was some Paul in there, right? Like when he speaks to Chani before he clashes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that could just still be
a tattoo.
Could still be muck. It could be a tattoo, I guess.
We'll see. Could be some worm juice. Who knows? But yeah, I don't know.
Damn.
What was I trying to
There's
say
some
there?
horrifying pictures of him. Just gonna
zoom in and
even
depixelate
see,
that one,
see,
video
yeah.
viewers. But
was
yeah,
that?
I'm scared. I'm scared of what's gonna be going on with Paul here because I love this character and they do such a good job of like telling his story through these Denis movies. But yeah. I'm so pumped though, man. Like when there's like that clash with like the samurai looking people and like the other faction just going at it, like this is just gonna be like I'm chilling already.
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta scroll and get this going. Like that was going while I was watching this trailer. So
they're not in that
they
trailer,
nailed it.
Though. That's the problem, though. They didn't have. She wasn't belting this time. It was more the.
I hope she comes back.
I hope
Bring
so.
her back, Hans.
They were saying there was like it was his chanting that was used as the music, but yeah, no, I have nothing but good things to say. I trust Denis. Like I when we're talking about the hype and things that could go wrong, sure, that could happen. That always happens in movies where you think something's gonna go completely right. Like, don't get me wrong, I still love the movie. I defend the movie all the time, but I don't think The Dark Knight Rises is as perfect as I was kind of hoping it was. Right on the lead up to that movie, I thought, oh man, it's Nolan, Batman Begins, Dark Knight, and I always again grade that on the curve. The guy lost Heath Ledger. He had to change the whole fucking script. It's like Wakanda Forever. I'm never going to really go hard against that, right? But that's why it's like, yeah, I kind of love that to be a bit more tighter of a movie, right? So, and Dune 3 could easily be that. What I hear, it's getting weird. I feel like when things get weird, I've heard people be like, this is going to be very hard to adapt on screen. That's not like I'm not worried because I trust Denis, but at the same time, that's still like okay, if things go wrong, I can see, like, I'm prepped for it, right? If I'm sitting there and I go, oh, this is more like a 9 out of 10 or 8.5, I don't think it's going to hurt as bad because just so many people have said it's going to be a hard adaptation, but visuals look great. Acting looks great. This cast is fucking stacked. I'm excited to see why and how Momoa's back. I think I got somewhat of a general idea. I'm excited to see Pew in there, but man, out of everybody, maybe other than Timmy, who, he's going to be coming like a raging bull, lost at Oscar, but this is not going to be a fucking surprising thing to say. But who I'm most excited for, fucking Pattinson, man. Robert Pattinson, look at that trailer. I
want that haircut.
He's looking. You can do it. You can buzz it, and then you can do that, and then after give yourself the Timmy. You could easily do the Timmy bulb for Halloween, man. You get the black hair, so get that stub going on.
Black hair. What are you talking about?
You get darker brown,
like MJ's.
Yeah, right. I never noticed. You never stayed in the right light, I guess. But yeah, I think he's gonna, and it's gonna be tough too, right? Because Austin Butler, no slouch. Austin Butler, fucking destroyed it in Dune 2. He was incredible. So it's not like an easy, and even Stellan Skarsgård is a Baron. So it's like Pattinson has like a tough, two tough acts to follow. But I think he could do it. Obviously, he did not get to the final four, but he made the best actor 32 March Madness for a reason in my case. I think he is one of the best out there. So I think he made it to the third. There's 5 rounds. I think he made it to round 3. I think he got kicked out at. I think he got beat by Pew. Funny enough. So, but yeah, can't say enough good things. Very excited, and yeah, I hope it moves up to November. Hope it's on the same day. Hope they even change weeks, but we will see. All right, we're going to just do... I'm just going to reveal the thing, and then I don't know if Daredevil's going to happen, because, quickly, because there's going to be no other time we do news. We're not going to do a long one like we do usually, because this cast went way longer than I expected for just 2 people. Any quick predictions, Daredevil? Moments people are going to die? You looking forward to it? That starts next Tuesday? I guess just where are you feeling on Daredevil season 2? Yeah.
I can't believe it's starting next Tuesday.
Yeah. It's 5 days now.
Well, that's a shock, even though I feel like you just told me this like less than a week ago, and I said the exact same thing. I'm like, I can't believe it's coming so fast.
Tuesday,
I am excited for it.
Tonight, he's like, what? Can't be.
I'm very excited for it. I feel like I'm just peeking on this universe, even though I'm not like rewatching Daredevil. I feel like Punisher is kind of an adjacent, like some crossover characters. Turk was in this season of Punisher.
Oh,
Great
nice.
character to see again.
He better be in this season of Warren again,
That'd be cool. That'd be cool for sure. I mean, I don't think Fisk is going to be the mayor anymore. That'll be my starting prediction.
Bold call. So I guess with what I could expand upon that, do you think he dies, jail, leaves country? What do you think?
I think he's doing stuff. I think he's like preoccupied. I don't think like even if he like lost his mayorship, I don't think he's like down and out and like defeated. Like, oh man, how am I ever gonna get back on my toes again? Like, it's like a move. Like he's not the mayor because he's got to do kind of other things or maybe whatever. Like I think he kind of has his finger on the pulse anyways with the managing of I mean, he always does. He's the kingpin, right? Like even if he's not the mayor, he's still like pulling the strings, it seems, for the majority of the city.
But you and T have had problems before, Sometimes you think his plans are too big.
Yeah, at least like the way that it's executed. I've had some issues with it, but I mean, I still love the Vincent D'Onofrio, or however we're saying his name these days.
Yeah, it is Vincent D'Onofrio,
So yeah, I'm so excited to just see kind of what he's unraveling. Oh my God, Vanessa. There you go. That's her name.
Vanessa. She get any more hands from different guys in the season?
I
Trying to
don't
find a
think
replacement
so.
for Adam? No,
I don't think
so.
they'll
they're
find
good.
a new Adam for her. But yeah, just curious to see what's going on with those two.
Yeah, I think Fisk will. I guess it's tied together. There is a story arc. I can't remember what the technical name of it, but it's one of the best story arcs ever. I am really hoping that Matt Murdock ends up in prison at the end of the season, because I think there's so much juice to imagine you as Daredevil getting exposed, and then you go to prison with all those people he helped fucking put away. And what I would say though is I would love him and Fisk to be in there together. I don't know how you get there. Because in that storyline, Fisk is not in there with them as far as I can remember. So that's not in the comic books. I'm just thinking of a way how you can get rid of Fisk being mayor. Don't think you should ever kill Fisk off. He should either be in a coma, away, or in prison. I think you should always keep him there as a back thing until they ever go like, if they were to say, hey, Secret Wars is the full reset and we aren't doing anything more with like this version of Fisk and Matt, then sure, you can kill him off. But right now, I think you always got to keep him around because he's a great character. That's what I'd love, is for them both to end up in prison, and especially Matt. I would love Matt to end up in prison. And there's other heroes come back. You got Jessica Jones. I feel like we're going to see other Netflix characters. I'd love to see Turk, but I could see maybe get Luke Cage. I think Luke Cage is more likely because you got Jessica Jones in there. But I'm very excited to see Kristen Ritter and Jessica Jones back. I love that first season, but that show's very rocky, but she's never rocky. She's one of the best castings they did in that era. And I guess I'd actually say like probably the second best next to, or it's sounding bad. It's probably fourth best now because I feel like it's like Bernthal, Donofrio, Cox, and then her. But still, she's in the Mount Rushmore. That's what I'll say, right? And I'll still say she's one of the best Marvel castings. So I'm interested to see what they do with her and if they spin her off to do something. But that's what I would like Matt. I'd like him to end up in prison and maybe doing something a little bit different. I'm not looking too forward to him and Karen because I'm not Karen and Matt TV show shipper. I'm a Punisher and Karen TV show shipper, but we'll see what happens. Do you think, because people speculated this, is Foggy, he's back in this season, right now it's just flashbacks. Do you think he stays dead, or is there a way back for him?
Sorry, they showed him in this trailer. I don't remember.
Yeah, they've confirmed that he's back for flashbacks, but some people go like, "Oh, are they just?" Because there's one story in the comic books where they did fake Foggy's death. So, because remember we talked about this in the reviews that So, do you think they'll go with that route, or do you think they're going to keep him dead?
I could see both avenues. I personally hope they keep him dead, and I am gonna lean that way with my prediction as well. I think flashbacks is totally fine, especially when Matt's down and out. You can have like little inner dialogue with Foggy, but
yeah,
I just bringing him back. It just seems like a lazy way to just well, we kind of retconned our idea. We don't actually want to kill him off, so we're just gonna bring him back. And even if there was a comic book version of that, I just don't think it fits for how they executed the whole Foggy death from the previous season.
Yeah, for me it's a double where I'm not the biggest fan of that Foggy character, so I'm fine if he dies. And we got a lot of characters going on, right? If they're gonna bring back, I think they're bringing back one of the cops. I can't remember his name from the Daredevil show. So the one that always helped like ban Foggy, so he's back. You got Cherry. You're gonna have Jessica Jones. So I'm hope other than flashbacks, even if they want to make him like the Harry to his Dexter, like sure. If like you have Foggy Nelson giving him advice that way, sure. I don't want too much of it, but I don't really want that. Flashback, okay, let's do that and then leave it where it is. You can reminisce about him. What about your boy here? Oh,
I knew you were
Kirkland.
gonna pull him up.
It's nice to see you again. I gotta warn you because I fucking called this in the finale, and I called this another time too. And the showrunners even talked about it that he's on like he's trying to do a redemption arc, like Bullseye is, like to himself. Like they're saying it's very like rocky, but I said the way when he went back to fucking Nelson Murdock and he just like was all moping, I'm like, oh my god, they're trying to make this guy like have a babyface turn. And like I actually don't know how I feel about that. I don't mind him and Daredevil working together because they have to. I don't know if I ever really want him like with the good guys. I don't think he can even buddy up with them because like he killed Foggy, right? So I don't want everyone to see that, but I would rather him just be the chaos. I love Bullseye. I'm a big Bullseye defender. I think this is a great adaptation of him. I think Wilson Bethel does an amazing job. So I'm not like a hater like Kirkland, but I don't want a moment where it's like, I forgive you, Bullseye. Like, I don't ever want that. And there's definitely a scene in one of those trailers where he's like picking Bullseye up, like they like link arms and he like, pulls him up. So I I don't know. I hope that's handled well, but I am very excited to see Bullseye again. I just that's gonna be an interesting plot thread to pull on. So how you feeling about your favorite spoon thrower?
Man, it's so funny, especially I'm fresh off season 2 Punisher. This character and Billy Russo are like very similar of a tier for me. I'm
How do you feel about Jigsaw in season 2, huh?
Tune in for our episode.
He fucking sucks. He sucks the big one, man. Me and Dylan were so
disappointed. He does.
And I remember Taya being like, "Yeah, I think when this is over, I'm gonna put the show over Daredevil." I'm like, "Yeah, just wait for season 2." Like I know you're gonna get to it, but the fact that they do this whole build up, and then what they do, Frank just walks up to him when he's down out, shoots him, then walks away. No confrontation, no nothing. Like
Billy Russo, like
no,
the same.
The Netflix version, completely different origin.
Okay.
He's just like a mobster, and they gave him this whole like he's the friend of Frank and the family and all that stuff. And it sucks because I like that guy who plays him in the Netflix show, but that season 2 stuff is just like, and he's sadomasochistic, right? He's all into the sex with like touching owies and everything like that, and bruises. It's
and this fucking therapist for sure.
That was definitely like, oh, we got 13 episodes. What do we do with Billy this year?
Should have had 9.
Give him that white mask. Give him that white mask.
Anyways, why was I talking about Billy? Oh yeah, because fucking Bullseye reminds
you.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't love the character. I definitely don't love if we're gonna try and do some sort of redemption thing. I hope he's just used as a tool to like get things out of Matt, whether it's emotion or just I don't know, just make Matt question his own religion. I mean, he's had to do that a couple times throughout the show, so it might just be rehashing what we've kind of already seen before. I don't want to just say that I'll never not hate this guy, but like it's just a goofy character to me. And
maybe the redemption will be for you this year. Maybe you'll be on band.
It could be. I obviously won't knock it till I try it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. Hopefully it's used to a lesser degree for my own sake.
And I said that I'm hoping Matt ends in prison, something like that. Where do you? Because they're already filming season 3 in March. Where you answered for Fisk? Where do you think Matt ends up? Think
Like
it's just
at
they
the
beat
end
the
of it?
bad? Yeah. Do you think they just beat the bad guys and okay on to season 3, new team, or you think it is even then? Do you think it's like a solid ending to these stories, or you think it's a cliffhanger of some sort?
I think it's definitely leading somewhere. I don't think it'll be like a closing of the book, like super just his story's done.
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna be really like focusing on the law stuff. Like it'll be more to the Daredevil side. Don't really have like a thought of like what that would be setting up. Like if he's just focusing more on the Daredevil stuff, but that's I don't know. It just seems like we've done a lot of the lawyer things and. I don't know. It's not a weighted guess, but that's my prediction.
Do you think him and Karen are still together by the end of the season?
Honestly, I kind of forgot that was a thing until you reminded me.
Yeah.
When we brought this up. Yeah, I could. I don't think Karen's gonna die or anything like that. So it just seems like the easy thing to do.
Yeah, I think they're like together now. Like why else would you put like if the season's starting, they're dancing, they're kissing, when you kind of have the season end with that and then the next season. So it's like I feel like what like I guess the only thing is, and that's where I guess I could ask you, the only thing I think you could set up is the reason they're together so we can fucking kill her. I think with Foggy just dying, I don't think you do that. I think you could have her death in the future, but it won't feel maybe redundant, but it just like almost two samesies, you know, like so much. And I also feel like for the people that did really like Foggy, I think you and me are kind of like all right on Foggy, but the people that love Foggy, I think those same people love Karen. And I feel like those OG Netflix fans would feel really disenfranchised with the show is if like you killed Foggy and then the next season you killed Karen. I think it would be, I think there'd just be a group of like, I wouldn't and I don't get me wrong, I like Karen. I don't think you should kill her off. I'm interested in the dynamic, and sure, they've never really fully like had to go, right? Because when they dated in season 2, Elektra came to town and Matt was all fucked up. So like that was they had like 2 episodes where Karen and Matt were happy, and then all went to shit, right? And even then, they're not gonna be happy. They're on the run. I think I've said this many times. I still fucking love all this black suit Daredevil stuff I'm seeing. Looks great, but yeah, I think that's what I think my drama is. if it's Matt somewhere else or in prison, that's where it's like, oh, they're happy together, but they're split apart. Like something like that. That's where I think it could go, where I just don't think this season, I don't see it ending with like Fisk is behind bars and now we're buying a house and Matt, I'm pregnant. Like, I just don't think that's the Daredevil way. I think stories can end, but there's always like Matt still has this fucking shit to deal with, you know, like there's never, he can never get that happy ending, especially if they're already, they plan to shoot a season 3. I think they said in May. I'm not saying it's a cliffhanger. I just think they know that, okay, we kind of have an idea of where we might want to go with some of these characters. So yeah, we'll see. I'm pretty excited. Some of the early reactions have got me a bit more excited, but I want to wait till actual reviews come out. They come out the day of, which I didn't love, but I'm hoping that the stuff that I did love last year or the last season is the majority of the season. Because obviously we talked about a million times that season was very messy. And for me, there was a couple episodes that were close to fail, whether it was just the lack of excitement with the episode, execution, and especially some of those characters. I'll still never forgive Matt Murdock for exposing fucking White Tiger in a courtroom to everybody. Like, what a fucking piece of shit, man. Like, there's stuff that did happen in that show where it's like, that really hurt some things going forward. But I hope that it is one of the better seasons. And yeah, I hope they learn from their mistakes. So, all right. Finally, Kirkland, let's do this. I'm sorry, that took a longer. But, you know, blame Spider-Man, you know? Thank God this wasn't a 4-man panel. We'd be going on like an 8-hour cast right now. Okay. I'm going to do this quickly because I didn't want to, but I'm going to have to. I've only had to do this once, Kirkland, to break ties. In both the finals, I have ties. Timothée Chalamet versus Cillian Murphy. 50-50 are the votes from the patrons for the best actor. This is super tough for me. I'm going to get your opinion first. Your vote doesn't matter. I only do the tiebreaker, so your vote doesn't matter. But if you were to vote,
I was deciding.
No. The rule is I make the tie because I don't vote on these and all. I only do tiebreakers. So that was my rule of the patrons. If you guys can't settle it, Travis comes in. What would you vote for though? Cillian Timothy, best actor of the last 10 years, current day.
Yeah,
going to the finals.
That's a good comparison. That's a good finals for sure. Mm-hmm. Or it's not the finals. It's going into
semifinals. Yeah, the winner goes to the finals.
Yeah, I mean, one of them has an Oscar, right? Versus one not having it.
That's true. That's true.
Sorry, Timmy. I mean, I love both these gentlemen. They've both done some amazing pieces of work, characters that I absolutely love. I feel like there's no right answer. I'm like I felt like I was about to give you an answer, and then I had to like stop myself because I'm like, well, what about this guy and his performances? Like Cillian as Oppenheimer, I recently rewatched. I appreciate that movie so much more on a second viewing, and he's just perfect.
Mm-hmm. That's one movie though.
Yeah, but like Peaky Blinders is in there. That's within the last 10 years.
Yep.
Thomas Shelby.
Quiet Place Part 2, Dunkirk.
Never seen it. Dunkirk. Don't really remember
Transcendence.
Cillian that much in there. Oh man, honestly, I'm gonna give it to Timmy here. Yeah, it's crazy. I know it's not my vote, so it doesn't matter at all. You're gonna be. So you're going Cillian then by your reaction? Is that what you're doing?
No, I'm going with Timothy as well. I would. Okay. Here's the thing. I
went Timothy purely for the reason of the Dune 2 speech when he's just yelling at everyone, because I love rewatching that scene. It gets me juiced up. But anyway, sorry. Give your reasoning.
I don't think it's that. I think it's the same thing. I've made this comparison before too. It's like if you gave the people the same script, who might you get the better performance out of? And I still think I might lean Cillian, but I've had this a big vote going forward. Is I think just Timothy has that variety, you know, where like there's some big things for Cillian Murphy, but I definitely feel like he's like on the smaller tier for the past 10 years. Like even Peaky Blinders. That's tough. Peaky Blinders is great, but like you look at Timothy in the past 10 years, like I gotta listen to the variety of these, right? You got, where is it here? You got Call Me by Your Name, you got Lady Bird, you got Hostiles, you got The King, you got Little Women, you got Dune Part 1, you got Bones and All, you got Don't Look Up, you got Wonka, Dune Part 2, A Complete Unknown, Mari Supreme. I think that's just why I lean that way, because he just has a bit more variety, where like I've not seen Cillian play like a very like fun whimsical character like Wonka, right? And I'm not saying like that's better than what he's doing in Peaky Blinders or what he's doing in in Oppenheimer. I think Wonka's just like a fine movie, but like Timmy's really good at that, right? And he's good at all the other stuff. So I'm gonna give it to Timmy just for the the variety. Again, I still think Emma Stone should have beat Timmy, so I'm pretty mad about that. But alas, that didn't happen. I still would have made Emma Stone go this route as well to win. But no, Timmy, I'm putting him to the finals. Didn't win the Oscar, but maybe he'll win the March Madness poll. Other side, 50%, both of them tied. Florence Pugh versus Leo. Kirkland.
Florence Pugh versus Leo DiCaprio. Just in the last 10 years, right?
Last 10 years, 2015 to now.
2015.
And you're going to say that because I know what you're thinking. He's trying to think, oh, well, that's why I wouldn't pick Leo last 10 years. But if you read Leo's last 10 years, I argue on Trash Story that's his best time in his career.
Give me some highlights. I don't want to Google this right now.
I can't. It's just The Revenant. No, hang on. Of course.
It's just The Revenant. I didn't like that movie at all.
Won him an Oscar, though. It's back in theaters, too, if you want to give it another go.
Nope.
For its 10-year anniversary this week. Okay, hang on. Last 10 years. Okay. Oh, shit. Don't do this to me. Why would it list his work as a producer first? Fuck off, IMDb. I'm looking for his acting work. Okay.
IMDb sucks sometimes.
It does, yeah. Okay, last 10 years. So you didn't like that, but he was in The Revenant. Okay. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Don't Look Up. Killers of the Flower Moon. One Battle After Another. So he's only done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things, but those 5 things are incredible.
Yeah. And Pugh has everything from like Hereditary to.
Well, she was never in Hereditary, so she doesn't have that.
Fuck, what am I thinking of? Midsommar.
Yeah.
It's late.
Lady Macbeth, Outlaw King, Fighting with the Family, Midsommar, Little Women, Black Widow, The Wonder, Don't Worry, Darling.
She's so fantastic, but
Oppenheimer.
honestly, Leo has the better projects, so I think I'm going to have to lean to him. But I'm curious where you're leaning. Pew Boys for life, but like, gotta be honest with myself here. Come on. How good is Leo in Once Upon a Time? Oba,
fuck you now.
Life, man.
But could she not do that? Could she not do that role? You don't think she could do that role?
It would be a very different type of character, I think, but she could do a version of it.
I just feel like it's tough.
You're leaning Pew. You're leaning Pew because you think that she could do the same in all these roles. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, she could be.
And I just feel like I lose so much. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, she could definitely do Rick Dalton. I think, where like I don't. Could Leo do Midsommar?
I don't think she could do Rick Dalton.
Could Leo do Midsommar? I don't think he could.
It's so hard because it's like
that scene where she's crying, hyperventilating. Is Leo doing that?
It's a tough comparison though because
is he riding
it's a
Cillian Murphy and Oppenheimer
versus
like that?
a male role.
That scene,
I just picture they're in the interrogation scene and he looks
at Emily
over
Blunt.
and just naked Leo just riding Cillian. Oh, I would pay to see that. I don't think it's an easy comparison at all. I think they're very, very different type of style that they bring to a role. Like,
and even then, you don't even like Revenant. So Revenant, that takes him down to 4. And then Don't Look Up is like, you know what I think the reason because not just to lose credibility, I think the reason why it's going to be like the Killing thing, I am going to give it to Pew because I am a Pew boy for life. But One Battle After Another, Don't Look Up, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and even Killers of the Flower Moon, I'm losing it because we're getting late. He's lately been doing a lot of like the comedic bumbling idiot role, where Pew has again more variety of like Yelena, Don't Worry, Darling, which is not a great movie, but still her in that movie, Midsommar, Oppenheimer for the small bitch she's in it, where Leo, all those roles are in like a similar Venn diagram, like especially like One Battle After Another, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That's a similar type of character, not exactly, but the kind of in overhead idiot, very comedic, right? So as much as I'm all about life, man, life, and again, Revenant, Once Upon a Time, Don't Look Up, Killers of the Flower Moon, One Battle After Another, 5 projects, great projects, but he cuts off there. So I think I'm gonna go with Pew. I'm gonna go with the future. I'm gonna make the finals. Timothée Chalamet versus Florence Pugh.
That's a good finals.
Yeah, even though I just feel like Pew's gonna eat him up. I usually don't reveal who, but I feel like
I
feel like if I put Leo in there, it's closer. So I would want to do that to make the pull closer, but I'm not going to do that for the sanctity myself. But I feel like Pugh, you can't argue that she can't give a great performance to drop the dime, you know?
Absolutely. I mean, it's such a tough splitting of the hairs, right?
She's amazing, Little Woman, you know? With Timmy.
Oh, she's, little 10-year-old
She
Florence
plays
Pugh.
little 10-year-old Florence. Can Leo do that? Could Leo do that?
Mama.
Dada. Could he do that? No, he couldn't.
He could.
I think Leo would look at that script. He put it down. He slide back over.
There's a universe where he just plays the Timothée Chalamet role in like the 90s, like young Leo.
Well, yes. But in this route, when they ask to play a little kid, he takes a little puff of his little, what are those called? The e-cig? And he's like, I ain't fucking playing no 10-year-old. Like, there's no fucking way Leo is playing a 10-year-old kid. But Florence did that convincingly.
Now? Obviously not.
Maybe at any point. Like, at the same age as in his 20s. Is he playing a 10-year-old kid? I don't know.
There's just a movie called Little Men. You got Leo in there. You got fucking Benicio del Toro. Who else is in there? You got to have those two for sure. And then you'd have to have a female. That would be like the Timmy role, right?
You got to get the
that could be Florence also.
Yeah, that could be Florence. So you got to get the adjacent. So I don't think Benicio fits in Little Men. I think it's still gonna be all four white men, right? Like it's like him. It's Brad Pitt. It's him and Brad Pitt for sure.
Clooney could be the older one.
Clooney could be in there, yeah, and then because the Revenant could put Tom Hardy in there and make him play the 10-year-old. He'll fucking do it. That that's what I mean. Oh fuck yeah!
Who's the one that dies early on? Spoilers for Little Men.
Yeah. Jared Leto or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Like
a familiar face that
yeah.
He just gets sickly.
No, who else? No, it'd be like Matt Damon or something like that. Get the Ocean's boys back together and make Matt Damon pass away. Oh fuck! I'm trying to think if there's anybody else older that we're missing.
I love we're just pitching the Little Men movie right now. 2 hours and 40 minutes into our weekly.
Yeah, we're idiots.
In the water.
And I don't know why we also didn't pitch an age appropriate. Like Florence Pugh to Leo is not an age appropriate.
It would have to be like Julia Roberts, right? She was in the Ocean's movie.
Yeah. It's definitely Julia Roberts. Or Kate Winslet. Because Titanic. Like, yeah, it's one of those two. And then Sean Penn's going to play the dad. He's like, my little men. And he hugs them all.
It's like the scene of Boromir when he's like wrestling the hobbits.
Yeah. Kate Winslet gave you the whatever church brothers I present to you. And then he walks in Sean's bed. Oh, my little men. And he's shaking them with his big muscles. Get over here. I love them. I love my sons.
You wish I died instead of Jared Leto's character, don't you, Father? I do wish this.
I hope if they do remake Lord of the Rings movies, fucking Sean Penn plays Denethor for sure. Lee, abandon your posts. All right, we gotta stop. We're going too far. This is it. This is Weekly Geek. As you see, we had to cut some topics. We're 2:40 in. We spent a lot of time. This is what you get at Geek First. Here we get some great content. We broke that fucking trailer down. Lots of good times. Kirkland, thanks for joining me. This is a fun one. Pross, when you hear from us all next, it's not be boring.
Wait. Come here. I've got something to say.